Good morning. How we doing? We've got a Mageson. We've got Evian. I am literally on fire as we speak. How are you? Norman, Butts, Sly, Mazdo, hello. Oh, my bot's not running. Hold on. Pro streamer. Gosh darn it. Yep. Okay, we should be good in a second. It is Monday. We feeling very Monday. Alright, here's what we got today. I went ahead, and while I was watching Evo yesterday, I kept painting. So I got the other Hellbrute with gold. I got the other 5 dudes with gold. And yeah, I started working on weapons. I started to get some of the black. But I think we're going to keep cruising on these guys today. The other thing is, I think I've decided I do want the white pauldrons, like the heresy scheme. When I looked them up originally, I saw like a mix of white pauldrons and just the armor color. I think they need it, so we're going to, I think I'm going to airbrush them. So I'll have to redo some of what we've already done, but I want to airbrush them because everything else I do for the army will be airbrushed, so it doesn't make sense for them to stick out with hand brush. So it's okay, but we'll get it done. I'm glad I figured it out before the Havocs, because we still have the Havocs to work on. So I just won't do their shoulders until I do the airbrushing. But that's the plan, is we're just going to keep crunching through my combat patrol for the starter box challenge. So that's what I've got. Ravenlord, hello, how you doing? Nikki basically finished by now. Nah, we still got a fair amount. I do like to front load my projects though, so if we can knock out a good amount this week, I will be very happy. But that's the plan today. What are you guys up to? How is the backlog challenge going? Sounds like a few people are really on a roll, which is awesome. Cool to see. I'm going to go ahead and get the skin on our second Hellbrute here. I think I'm just going to roll this other Hellbrute in with my project. Because he's kind of... I'm not going to build anything else until all this is done. But he's already built, so we might as well throw him in too. Ah yes, we're going to spend 10 days on some dude's chair. But yeah, I think that's the plan. We're just going to knock out what we can here today. But says, dreaming about Imagineering instead of the things I should be. I mean, would that be the goal here, Buds? Would that be the goal? I am here to enable this thinking here. Norman says, spent each day painting for at least an hour. The 20 termagants are really an item to do. Happy I'm doing them in contrast? Yeah, that's going to help. Help with your sanity and to get the project done. I kind of wish contrast were a thing back when I started my NIDs. My gaunts would all be contrast. But that's okay. They're all painted and we airbrush mine, so... But yeah, contrast is great for Tyranids. Anyone else doing some hobby today? What do we got going on, chat? Yesterday after stream, I continued to watch Evo. Basically the rest of today, or yesterday, until like past midnight last night. So I just watched Evo. And worked on these boys. It was pretty great. Hoot, welcome in. How are ya? Exactly. I'm a little sleepy today. It would be great, I think. I mean, I'm here... Maybe I'm a little biased, as I quit my job to do this. If that is something you're passionate about, it's definitely worth looking into. Seeing what you would need to do for it. So you can make decisions. But also, I don't have kiddo and stuff to worry about, so I get it. What you up to today? Amian says, I think I have to thank Nikki. She got me batch painting. All the Marines are prime, coal black. The Inceptors, 2 Intercessors have their dark green. Chaplain, I think, has his basic colors done. Dreadnought is in 2 parts. Let's go. I think I saw Honor First is also on a bit of a roll. It makes me makes me happy. And Norman says, that said, sadly the ideal shade for the bodies didn't quite do the shadows, so reach into the forbidden drawer of shades. That's, the fact that you're to that point, though, is great with the contrast. So yeah, now it's just a matter of adding a little bit more to get what you want, and you're all set. Hey, Layla, welcome in. How are ya? What's on the Termagants? It's hopefully going to go faster. Yeah, it will. It will. Teague, hello. How are ya? Today so far has been 4 out of 5 riots, and it is what? 11 o'clock your time? Uh-oh, Teague. Uh-oh. How was weekend? If today is riots, how was weekend? Do we have a good one? How's it going? Slam, I don't want to play at alert, but I hope you're having a good day. Thank you for Kale. Band of Goblins, hello. Scott, hello. Hoot says watching Twitch before I run to Firehouse subs for lunch. What do you get from there, Hoot? We love Firehouse. They have some very good sandwiches. I love the hook and ladder. I'll get it like every time. Scott says, it took 3 times as long to go through my normal morning routine today. Yeah. Matt, hello. How are ya? What is new in Matland? Welcome in. We are working on... This is the Chaos Space Marine Combat Patrol. Our community has decided we're going to do a starter box challenge. So we're all picking a combat patrol, a boarding patrol, or an Age of Sigmar Vanguard. And we're painting together. So this one's mine. I took it as an excuse to start Emperor's Children. Because of course. Well, that's all we've got. Lurking and writing. Sleepy from staying up till the end of EVO. It was really good though. It was worth staying up for. I hope work goes well today. And the hedgehogs are here to hog the hedge. Oh my goodness. They're going to burn down the hedge. Watch out. Norman says, the shells are basically done, so I need to figure out and do guns and claws, shade the bodies, and then bases. None of that is highlight 15 armor bits per turn stuff. Yeah. Oh, okay, Teague. I'm sorry to hear that. But we're happy to have you today. The turkey is really good too. Scott gets that sometimes. Or no, he gets the Cajun one. I haven't tried the jerk one yet. Yeah, those are pretty good. Firehouse's noms. Always hashtag right. That was a lot of fun. And then yeah, having played the game some more, I got a lot out of this Evo, I think, which was nice when I get back to, you know, making myself practice. Keep getting distracted. Now there's Baldur's Gate. One day. One day. It says, I downloaded Remnant 2, played for 2 hours, got a refund. I didn't know it was a Souls-like game. Oh yeah, it's basically like Souls-like but guns, right? I've not played it, but that's what I've heard. I've watched some streams of it, but that's about all I know of it. That's cool. I hope it goes well. Not a whole ton new in Matland, though I did revamp the office. I have a dedicated hobby space, which is fun. I think that helps so much, just being able to put your stuff out. Being able to, like, get back to it quickly is huge. That's super exciting. Congrats on new office space. I know I probably would not get as much kind of together. Because, like, I've got mine separate from my computer. Which seems unusual for streamers, which is always interesting to me. But if it was all on the same desk, I think I would have a hard time. Oh, you have had the turkey. Okay, Cajun chicken is better. It's got, like, some flavor. He does. He likes the bit. Yes, when I become a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, that's right. I have to get that pizza emote. Everything else, kind of what... I'm not big on Ninja Turtles, but that pizza emote, I need it. That I need. Just imagine the pizza in Blanca-chan's giant hands. Rats, welcome in. How are you? Any tips for quicker painting? Is it better in the long run to take your time and make less mistakes to fix? For batch painting, I go the opposite. Nah. Slap on the paint, correct as you go. So it depends what you're doing. If you're doing a display piece, then yeah, take some time. If you're doing batch painting, nah. Slap it on, fix as you go. That's my experience anyway. Chat, how do you feel? Norman says, yesterday I went to friends for board games after a longer time. Spent basically the whole day and we're so socially exhausted at the end. All of us are verging on ADHD. Listening to 3 conversations going on for 8 hours is a drain. Yeah, nah. That's a lot. That's a lot. I get that with tournaments a bit. I have a very hard time. I'm leaving. It's gonna be like my little phone. It's gonna be cute. Have my little phone in one hand, my little pizza in another. This is what I'm here for. Nikki's correct about batch painting. Yeah, slap it on. Batch painting, I'll just do that. I'm sorry. I'll do just that. Yeah. Batch painting, throw it on. Fix it as you go. Otherwise, you're never gonna finish. Sorry if that sounds like harsh or anything, but like it's the truth. Batch painting stuff, you learn which colors cover others. It's not a faulty paint job. It's a dynamic shade. It's just not worth the time. I'm just gonna say it for batch painting. If you're wanting to just get ready for the tabletop, it's just not worth it. Now your character, yeah, take some more time for that. Get it right where you want it. Take that time, especially if you're trying to learn new techniques and things. Batch painting, absolutely not. Find what works quickly and do that. Yep. Yep. Being extra careful, just stick with a single model. Yeah, that's character time. If you feel like really taking your time on something, don't make that a group of 20 Termicons. It's not worth it. I should say get tired of painting a single color. Smaller groups, I think, then. If 10 is too much, try 5. That way you can switch back to another color sooner. I think if I can, like, for batch painting, if I can make any suggestions, it's make sure you feel a sense of finishing things, because that will help you get the rest of them done. Hey Riot, I have done my steppy steps every day for a week now. Please be proud. I am proud. That's awesome. I didn't know you had a steppy step goal, so congrats. Well done. I didn't do any of my workout yesterday because I was watching Evo and I feel a little bad about it. So today, we're going to go hard. Today after stream, I'm going to, step all the steps and lift all the things. That's all good. Cheers. I'm painting up Dark Imperium, Indominus, and Leviathan Space Marines. That's a lot of Marines. Yeah, I would say. Slap on that paint. You can always come back, I think is the thing to keep in mind. If you get to where you can play, and then you decide, you know what, I want to spend a little bit more time on those, you can always go back. Can't not take my time, I think. You're also not painting a whole army, though. It's different. I don't know how else to say it. The way that I approach display painting and the way I approach army painting are completely different things. So if you're not an army painter, yeah, you don't have to worry about it. They are completely different skill sets. That's what I'm trying to get across here. Oh, Saren, hello, how are ya? Norman, so speaking of batch painting, our local league is enforcing full painted armies. My friend who played with Grey Slaves to Darkness has painted all of them in 8 hours. I'm already dreading the moment I actually see them in person. But they're painted. That's how to do small groups. I don't like running 5-man squads. Wasted Mind, welcome in. Mercy Rule called. The pinups were too far ahead. There was no point in asking you guys to vote today. How are you? What you up to today? Yeah, there was no point in running that sub Sunday again today. Ludba is gonna win. So I will get her built this week. I'll have to check our weekend to see if this weekend would be good for sub Sunday. I don't actually remember. So I'll take a look and I'll let you guys know. But it'll be a pinup. Alright, since I didn't make a plan or anything, I just tossed my butt on the street one day. I wouldn't let myself back until I went around the block. That's good, though. Plus, outside time, which is good. Outside time always, well, as long as you can keep cool, it's good time. Hey, Jackie, welcome in. I'm trying to start a scheme for Hawk Lords, but yellow is terrible, so they look like loyalist Emperor's children. Yellow is not fun. It's definitely a bit more work. Welcome in, how are you? We have more yellow on the way here soon. It's not the most fun color. I'll still take yellow over white. We did a mostly white army here not too long ago, and that was a pain in the butt. Heroes bringing more ballots to stuff the box like an 1800 selection. Nope, not needed. Chat got you. Chat's got you all set. Chat was here for the shenanigans. Yeah, exactly. Here for the shenanigans. At least mine paid for that Sub Sunday. Sub Sunday was a side benefit. The laughter we got along the way, the real benefit. I was dying. It was so good. I went back and watched the clip after stream and everything. So good. Plus, I'm excited to paint Lucius, because he's cool. Jazzy, welcome in. How are you? Everland Sunset the Night Shouting. That's one way to go. Yep. Depends how much time you want to put into the yellow. That's one way to go, though. Okay. I forgot to look up around his little face. I think this is all skin, and then the bones. I'm going to go with it. Because it's either that or it's gold. Okay, we'll look it up later. I don't feel like doing it right now. We also have a billion arms for the skin tone, but I'm going to wait. Alright, let's see. Let's get back to... start getting the rest of the weapons done. I'm going to try and avoid everything around the pauldrons since they're going to get airbrushed, so we'll get the rest of them kind of together today. Jezzy, how was the rest of Gen Con? Is anyone else at Gen Con this weekend? I know Son of Horus did Friday. Anyone else get some fun goodies? I did pick up the new Red Library keyword for Malifaux, because I've been looking forward to those. So I got those, and Scott got the Nightmare Edition box, because they were neat. And we don't know when they'll be back, so went ahead and grabbed them. It was good, had a good time, lots of fun. A lot less money in my wallet as well. Did you end up finding some art? I think that's what you mentioned before you went back yesterday. If you don't mind me asking. How was everyone's weekend? If we didn't get to hang out yesterday. We had a whole bunch of D&D. So we had online D&D Friday. We had in-person D&D Saturday. And then I watched a ton of Evo. And I played a little bit of Baldur's Gate. I am not as far along as I think everyone else in chat. Just because I'm distracted. Because I really enjoy watching Evo. About like 10 pieces? Hell yeah. You just get to celebrate the new house. That's awesome. I hope you've got a nice place for all of them. Glad to hear it. Is anyone else playing Baldur's Gate or some other video games? What have we got, chat? I will probably play some more tonight. I want to make sure that I do my color matching for the Seraphon today. I think that's my big goal. Work out and get the Seraphon color matched. And then once those are good, play some Baldur's Gate. Because I really want to get started on those lizards, but they have a very kind of unique color scheme to them. So it's just going to take a little bit of time to get them matched up and ready to roll. As much as I want to keep working on the Emperor's Children, I've got to get back into work mode here this week. Get them started. So that'll be my plan. I am happy with how quickly these are coming together, though. Between the stream and then the little bit of time yesterday afternoon. Feel pretty good about starter box challenge. Let's see. Had a flesh and blood friend down at Evo. I think he plays Guilty Gear. I don't know anything about Evo. Whatever he did, he came in 1537th out of 7 to 9,000 by his account. Nice. Yeah, Evo is huge. There are a lot of people. It was really cool to see. Because the finals day, they basically play like in this huge arena. And they've got shots of how many people are there. Well, very cool. I did watch Guilty Gear. That's one of my favorites to watch is Guilty Gear. It's so fast. I really like watching Guilty Gear, and I like watching Dragon Ball Fighters, and Street Fighter, because that's what I'm trying to learn with here. Making plans, Alive Menace, hello, how are ya? What you up to today? Guilty Gear, the second highest number of entrants. Yeah, Street Fighter 6 was 7K alone. I think I have to go back and listen. They had the, basically the, who would that be for Vegas? Not like the mayor, but like the people from the council or whatever. They gave them the key to the city, and I think they said it was one of the largest esports gatherings now, like world record holding. So that was pretty neat. That's a lot of fighting game fans. What's Evo? Huge fighting game tournament. It's what we raided into yesterday. Guilty Gear is truly a bizarre game, and it rules. Yeah, it's so fun. Yeah, let me throw out there. I'm still really new to fighting games, but Guilty Gear is really cool. I love watching it. I've played a tiny bit. I've gone through like tutorials and stuff for it. So like I know enough to watch and kind of know what's happening. Any of the finer points are still lost on me, but I know enough to be able to watch and know what's going on. It's really good. Yeah, that's right. More Tatsugeki. Guilty Gear Strive story mode's one of the best sci-fi action movies I've seen. I need to go back and play it. I was just going through like the tutorials when I did play. I should get back and play more of it. I was just like trying out characters and stuff. I think I was basically sticking to Geo. She was kind of fun to play with. She felt pretty good with how I like to play, so I should go back and play some more. Just grapple and then grapple into another grapple and win the fighting game. Yeah, you just gave a Slam strat. That's what Slam likes to do. Sweep the leg, there you go. I like Rushdown. I like to be in your face, and I want to hit you a bunch of times. That's how I am with every game. I want something fast. I don't care if I have to hit you 1,000 times. I'll do it. I'll do it. But yeah, basically watched that, and that was my day. Scott on the left, hold your line. Car on the left, car on the right, car on the left. It has been kind of fun watching Scott get more into the racing sims while I try and get more into the fighting games. Together we will rule all the video games. It works when you play your kids or younger siblings. Unfortunately, they aren't usually in my bracket. Get them in my bracket, please. I need pools of siblings. What kind of character? Oh, is Chun-Li. That's the kind I like. Chun-Li intimidates me. She's got some very, I don't know, she feels very difficult in the times I have tried to play her. I don't know technically what she would be considered. Yeah, she feels very technical compared to some of the others, and it's very intimidating to me, so I haven't played her much. She's one of the first you run into with the little world tour mode, and I tried to find someone else almost immediately, because it didn't feel right. I didn't like it. I like Grim Lethal Story because she went from, see, I would destroy all useless humans to strive. I must protect the planet because my dog lives there. I like that. I should go back. Okay. Okay. After Baldur's Gate. When I come back to that thought. Confurioso, dem thighs, though. That's right. 66 months. Thank you so much for the support. How are you? Hello, hello. Furioso knows the priorities with picking a fighter. Oh, what you up to today? What's the derp character to play? Scott says Zangief. I like playing her in Street Fighter 2, and I jumped a lot. I mean, yeah, if you can rock it butts. I know she's very good. She just intimidates the heck out of me. Historically, she's a charged footsie character. In 6, she's more of a stance character. Heavy emphasis on footsies. Freaking Blanca. That was going to be my answer, but I liked Scott's. Rose says, I'm finally getting back into a good time rhythm, I think. I am sure that's so hard. Having to adjust a giant time, like, I almost said time skip, but that time, like, difference must be nuts. Shaggyfoot, welcome in. How are you? Thank you. I'm happy with it. The first time I tried these boys, I went to magenta and I hated it. So I'm happier with this. How are you? What you up to today? I appreciate that. The only thing is, I've decided I want white pauldrons after we've already started. So I will have to do some masking and airbrushing later, but it'll be worth it so the rest of the army matches later. It's just annoying right now. Well, I just wish I had figured it out sooner. So we're going to try and avoid the too much work on the pauldrons, because I'm going to have to redo some of it anyway. The rest of it we'll try to knock out today, though. Just says, I'm almost no food in my house. What do I even need? Sounds like everything. Sounds like time to restock everything. I liked Dawson when I played Street Fighter 2. I haven't played much Street Fighter. I've only played 5 and now 6. So 5 I barely even played. I was messing around with combos and stuff on Rashid. And now 6 I've played a lot of the World Tour. I played some of the, done combo trials and stuff like that. Online just makes me hella nervous, so I haven't done much online. When Slam has time, maybe I get some coaching. Oh goodness. Bot lady? Nope. Thank you for the bit, Sapien. I don't know where Bot Lady went. She just decided nope. She's not having it today. She's on strike, I guess. Furiosa says, wait a minute. What's this about a starter box challenge? Furiosa, if I got the challenge for you. What we're doing, what we decided to do as a community was pick a combat patrol, a boarding patrol, or an Age of Sigmar Vanguard. I know you got some lizards. We're all painting them together for August. So kind of like the old backlog challenge. But we're doing it for a force that we can play with at the end. So all the details are in the Discord. If you go to the pinned messages, you can see it all. And then everyone's posting kind of before, and then we're going to have afters and do a little showcase at the end of the month. So if you want to join us, bro, so it's all in the Discord. Let me catch up here. If there's a Lord of the Rings fight game, so I'm going to play as Gollum and grapple everyone. If they just bring over Gollum from the other game. It's like the upcoming Under Night In Birth to Sisseles. That's right. They love their... Think Kingdom Hearts. They like to name things very strangely. You know, the bot lady takes random vacations. Time Warp sounds like a Guilty Gear move. A little bit. A little bit. So many patrols. Yeah, if you want to come join us. But the plan is to see how many combat patrols we can get done by the end of the month as a community. So it's going to be neat. I know Badger's working on some NIDs. We've got JPIG joined us for some Sigmar. We've got... What else have we got? I think we've got some World Eaters. We've got... Why am I blanking out? We've got NIDs. We've got... Chat, what are you working on? Why is my brain breaking down in real time? Probably because I was up too late. I'd love to start some Space Tools, but that patrol box set. I mean, would another box be better? Bro, so apparently the Hounds of Mordkai are pretty good, though. And it pains me to tell you that. But apparently they're pretty good. Now with going after the Psyker stuff. It pains me to tell you that, but if you are looking... No, you have to remember it all. I know. Now that you're all in threads, I can't keep it all straight. I need to go through and just throw an emote in all of them so I can keep up with them. Oh wait, really? I gotta ship those Reaver minis. Yeah, apparently they're good now. I am waiting on my wolves until closer to Codex time, and then I'll figure out if I need to swallow my pride and get some Reavers. How's the entire unit as Mate Psyker? I still think that's a really weird... Like, I remember talking about it when it first came up here in chat, and I still think that's a weird way to do it, but you know what? Whatever. I'm sure that when I buy them and I get them painted, they'll change things, so... Not too worried about it. My Amanda says, I'm gonna at least paint the 2 server skulls and cat units for my Navy breachers. Maybe even a base coat on the 20 preachers. Never know. Might be on vacation next week and do more. Let's go, Alive Madness. It's so fun watching everyone attack their projects. Last week when I was behind and having to build, I was, like, so ready to get started because you guys were all sharing your stuff. And I'm like, I want to play. I want to join. Shaggy says, I have a box of Stormcast I could paint, but I have to travel every other weekend this month. Womp womp. I was going to say, if you want to do your own personal challenge, if it helps to see everyone, like I kind of said, if it helps to see everyone working on stuff. Hey, Fenris, welcome in. How are you? And Hammer, how we doing? The Jerk from Urk, also welcome in. How we doing? I heard purple and it can be check it out. Very nice. Thank you so much. Let me show you what we got here for everyone coming in. I probably should zoom out a little bit. Here are my boys. Here is, it's a little easier to see both of the purples on the Hellbrutes. But this is Violet and Royal Purple from Vallejo. And then for the edge highlight, because it needed a little something something, I did Cacophony Purple. My one pain point right now is I do want white pauldrons. So I will have to do that later. I'm going to airbrush it so it matches the rest of the stuff I work on later. But that's what we got today. Welcome on in. Is there anything you guys are working on? Look on the bright side. It's highly unlikely they get legends. That's true. I can keep my Reavers. Keep my Hounds of Mordkai. Hey, Rico. Hello. Saw you on my recommended streams. Thought I'd have you on work on... Paragon War Suits. Thanks for coming to hobby with us. I appreciate it. How are the... Unless you're going back to lurk. How are the War Suits coming along? Otherwise, thank you so much for lurking and hobbying along with us. While I decide what I want to work on next. So we have all their pouches and stuff, and I haven't decided if I want black or brown. I feel like brown might be a good way to mix some of this up. Bring in another kind of color. I kind of want to do either white or black on their cloth. I think I'm going to do bright pink on the top knots. Yeah, I need to decide this leather color. Or maybe leather black, and then the brown for the pouches. Let's do that. Let's do that. What gold are we using? We are using Retributor armor. So this is Retributor with an Agrax wash over it. Dropped some I did recently in reply. Oh, on your Twitter. Those are lush. Thank you. Yeah, I wish I had thought about the white. So when I looked up the Emperor's Children, I saw both. So I saw, especially because it's the Heresy scheme. Some people did the white pauldrons, some kept it armor, so I just left it armor, and I think it needs the white. It needs it. Airbrushing white's cheating. Painting white requires pain. Builds character. Well, the rest of the army is going to be airbrushed, so I'll take the hit and mask this time, and then going forward I know that they'll be white. Imanis is going to take wife to hobby store to pick something. Want to take bets on her first army. She's leaning Slanesh or Nids. Yes. Yes. Slanesh as in like Sigmar Slanesh, or... Rika says, good. I've one painted, one primed. Building the last one right now. Oh, okay, so you're in the thick of it here with the war suits. That's awesome. Making good progress. Hammer says, lurk. So many undrilled bolters are too much for me. But paint job is great, though. Thank you for lurking along with us. Fenner says, working on tons of 30k Death Guard. Very nice. What have you, I know you said tons. What are some of the units you're working on? So I did Lexicon Purple Contrast over Iron Hand Steel. Nice for a quick purple. Pop mine by using a later flesh tone for all the leather and tabards. Yeah, I think, because we still have all the skulls and stuff that I need to pull out. All the weird little, like, claws and stuff all over them. I think the white pauldron's going to help a ton. Let's go ahead and do brown for the pouches. 200 Death Guard Marines. 50 Cataphracti Termies. You're going to be busy for a bit. You're going to be busy for a bit. So Emperor's Children. Okay. I wasn't sure if you were sticking within 40k or not. The pink Emperor's Children they're a lot. I decided I'm just going to do my Noise Marines in the pink. Could be fun, though. Could be fun. Is she excited to start painting and stuff? Let's see. We've also got 18 Death Guard Predators, 6 Land Raiders. You weren't kidding. This is a ton of Death Guard. Next, in some Contemptor Dreads. Very cool. Yeah, you weren't kidding then. That's a lot of Death Guard. Contemptors are fun. I think, obviously you're doing Heresy. I'm sad some of that is now Legends for 40k. Especially the Leviathans. Those are still my favorite. I threw one of my pink Emperor's Children on Twitter, too. I've done both recently. If I can get a pink I like, there is someone in our community, Critter Doodles, has a really nice pink that they do. I don't care for the studio one quite as much. I think starting a bit darker. It's more of like the, it's not quite a magenta, but one of those darker pinks and working up. I prefer those. So I'll probably do that for my Noise Marines. Because I'm basically betting, for anyone coming in, I'm betting on them getting their own codex now that World Leaders have theirs. So I'm kind of getting what I have together in preparation for more coming. That's the goal here. That's the plan. So when all the new goodies come out, I'll be all set. I serve Papa Nurgle and all of his splendid rot. You have a lot of it, sounds like, queued up. He'll be very proud. She's excited to start building. Both kids at school for the first time next week, with the boy will start kindergarten. I take the week off. We can be nerds all week. That sounds amazing. I think you should. I think you should. I remember when, like, Scott and I first got into everything, and just how much fun that was together. And how much it still is. Like, yesterday we were... he was in his room, but the fact that we were both, like, hobbying and doing stuff was just nice. It's just nice. After the Contemptor, gonna start... Oh, geez, they're cool. I know they're doing well right now. Thunder Ruth, welcome in. How are you today? We're working on my Emperor's Children for our starter box challenge. So this is, I've got 10 Legionaries, the 5 Havocs. We do have the Dark Apostle, which I haven't really thought about again. And then a Hellbrute, but I've got an extra Hellbrute that I'm going to go ahead and add in here. What are you up to? So in the tournament, got some daylight with neon highlights done. They look so good. So glad I went that way. Actually excited to see them on the table. Yes. Let's go. That's always the best, is finishing a unit and putting them on the table. Best feeling. Parallel play. Yes, Matt. Doing your own thing together. It's my favorite. It's my favorite. Or, like, when we're in the same room, but doing our own thing. Like, sometimes he'll build up front, because he's got a little desk, like, where he works during the day. So all of his stuff's already there. And I'll go out there with my little handheld and play. It's so nice. It's just so chill. Let's see, Thunderid says, I'm working through the Leviathan box. At this rate, I expect to finish just before 11th comes out, but then you're set. But then you're set, and that's the important thing. Well, welcome on in. Thanks for hobbying with us. I'm trying to remember if we've already talked about the box. What unit are you working on right now? If I need a refresher, I'm sorry. And then she comes into my room and tries to talk to me. Well, yeah, sign of a good relationship right there, Scott. How dare I come check on you? Gross. Gross. Well, the only way I managed to pay attention during online tabletop games, painting. I do like that I can paint and, like, listen to things. It's nice. I haven't quite done it for tabletop games because I am, like, the one note taker. This game, for our online game, I've run into another note taker and it's been really, really nice. All my other games, it's usually just me. So I'm usually the one that has to record everything. Where can I buy just the rule book? I think online. I think that's out now, right, chat? Just the rule book should be available now. Yeah, because we picked one up. You should be able to get it at local game store or from Games Workshop. Let's see. Thunder says, just finish up the Screamer Killer. I've done a couple gaunts to test color scheme, but that's it so far. Gotcha. Screamer Killer is a fun model. Big boy. I do wish that old one I could lead him, though. That's a little goofy to me. But he can't. You're the note taker? I am, Bill. I have very, very detailed notes from all of my campaigns. How are you? Welcome in. People talking to each other in person. What is this, 1990? I know. I know. We have a friend that makes a tackle box of paint stuff. Just paints at the table. We've been in Discord voice calls to play games together even though we're 20 feet away. Well, to be fair. It's that or we're yelling at each other. Because you have to be loud enough to, like, make it into the other room. It's easier to just be in voice and not yell at each other. Yeah, exactly. Games Workshop has the big clunky one that kills things by falling, and the rules book, rules alone book. Oh, okay, so it is two different ones. I wish they just sold the tiny rulebook. I would buy the tiny rulebook every single edition. Just give me the little one. Let's see. We contact our local convention organizers with interest to show off workshop. Oh, Pathfinder 2nd Ed to folks. Nervous as hell about a reply. You got this. I mean, I feel like that's a... I feel like that would be an obvious yes, unless there's just straight up not space, but... Best of luck, Norman. Hope you're here back soon here. Tiny rulebooks, yes, they're the best. Just sell those separate. I will throw money to have that separate. Like, if I can just keep one in my game bag, one here at the house, like, I would buy multiple, honestly. They're just nice to have. you trying to read on the phone since if I zoom in the page changes? I zoom out, I'm on a different page. Yeah. I don't like most things on my phone. I would rather have physical. It's so much easier to like flip back and forth. Save your spot. Bill says, I'm good, thanks. I'm stupid happy at this moment. I made rares and churros for lunch, and it's so good. I'm so glad. Enjoy your food. It's nice, especially if you're watching what you're eating and stuff, finding those meals that you're like excited to eat. I'm glad, Bill. I made my little egg muffins again this morning, so I'm there with you. It was worth taking the time to put something together. They've not done the half-size book for a few editions. I feel like 7th was the last one. 8th might have had it. Yeah, they're so nice. Give. Could you imagine, chat, if it was the small rule book and spiral bound? I would lose my mind. I would lose my mind and buy like 20 of them. Just to show them that that's a good idea. I love that some of the Sigmar stuff is spiral bound. I don't know why 40k doesn't take that. Spiral bound more things, please. Hey, Kill Panic. There must be a reason why I'm not following you. Was I mean? Was somebody else? Let me try again. Thank you, thank you. How are you today? I forget. I have that moment of like, wait a second. I know I've been in here. What happened? What happened? How are you today? Norman's has also played the boarding actions. Oh, on Friday. In other news for Tyranids, you're so limited to specific units that do not work against Space Marines. It was not fun finding and executing precise ambush angles to end up doing 1 wound to a Space Marine squad. Yikes. That is, yep, that's not fun. Yeah, I don't think I've heard anything from Boarding Patrol in a while. I think like when it first came out, there were some people in chat that were playing it. And that's all I've really heard. I should make this. I need to pin it. I'm going to pin it after stream, Jezzy, because I went back to it today and I had to search for it. So I couldn't remember how long I had put them in. I will pin it so we can both make them. They're really good. What did you think of the rest of the cities as Sigmar reveals? I think they look great. I think that entire army, just the aesthetic of it, is fantastic. I think they've done a really, really nice job with it. Chat, same question. What do we think of all the new city stuff? Just the overall feel of it is so good. Let's see, I'm well. Got some medieval and terrain finished over the weekend. I have a ton of stuff to do this week. Another busy week. Hope everything goes well. Is it more terrain then? I was gonna go grocery shopping here soon. I have no food or anything else to cook. Just means you get to stock what you want, which is great. But yeah, I'll pin that after stream. If I don't, remind me. Because I also need it. Trying to use up the rest of the wrong cottage cheese that I got. That's the easiest way to do it. You need to make sure your pages don't tear easily, or you're going to be buying lots of those things to fix the holes. I kept it PG-13. For the spiral bound, you mean? I'm pretty careful with my stuff. I guess if you're going up to the game store and stuff more, maybe that's a little tougher to keep all together. But yeah, spiral bound is really nice. See, this stuff is really nice. It just barely fails to cross the purchase line for me. Gotcha. Oh, the city stuff. I'll be painting some spaceships for a client, Marath and Kane, a couple of chariots, and likely some superheroes. That sounds like a fun week. So I says, I'm definitely in on the cities range. Thank you and Jay Picker, who I was wondering if they would get cities. Norman says, the issues that boarding patrols came out in December with 9th edition specific stratagems. They still technically work, but since all the models changed rules, they're very worried about how they influence the play. In other words, +/-1 strength toughness doesn't do much now. And meanwhile, giving Space Marine Squad +1 to saves is a tad too strong when they start at 2. Oh, yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. Gasgo, welcome in. How are you today? Respect yourself and toss that awful low-fat cottage cheese out. You're working hard to lose weight. No need to be miserable. I don't mind mixing it with stuff. So, like, in the egg muffins, when I can't tell, that's fine. But I'm not going to eat it separate, no. So I'm trying to use it up in the muffins when I can't, like, taste the difference. But no, I'm not going to just snack on it the way I do the regular cottage cheese, because it's gross. It's gross. Thank you, though, Bill. I almost did the first day. I almost just went right back to the kitchen and threw it out. It was so nasty. Okay, I don't think I was, like, thinking about it when I made the grocery list. It's like, oh, yeah, that's fine. In you go. No, it's not fine. It's gross. It's gross. TLDR, boarding patrols are mostly unplayable till they update them to 10th. We play Flamer Heavy and our Melee Heavy Space Marines. It is a little weird that they came out at the very end of the edition. So now you're trying to play this system that's really not intended for the next edition. That part is a little weird, yeah. Save capped at 2 up would be a fair house roll, yeah. I think that makes sense. I'll go ahead and just do all of this in the brown. Another color is nice in here. La la la. Okay. Let's see. And my 10 kilograms of resin just shipped. I plan on massively increasing my backlog of unpainted stuff. Let's go. There's always that that back and forth, right? Do I increase the backlog for more stuff? I always think about it when I want to print something. It's like, okay, but I have stuff that already exists that I need to paint. A lumpy cheese. Toss out all cottage cheese and stuff is gross. For some reason, so like I would have it every now and then as a kiddo. But like I was the only one in my family that really liked it. So I've rediscovered cottage cheese here with my diet, and I'm kind of hooked on it now. It's a nice snack. It's a lot of protein. It's real easy. I like that I can throw it with some of the lunches I do now. I feel like I need to edge highlight, and I just don't want to. Let's work on our Halberts some. You know, they're cool. I'm gonna focus on them for a bit. And my favorite, they allowed only certain units in boarding patrols. For 10th, they changed the list. Most army got more units allowed. Tyranid allowed units got cut in half. Yeah, I don't know that that sounds worth it. My mom got going on a baked potato cottage cheese kick. That sounds... It almost reminds me of, is it the twice baked potatoes? I'm gonna have to look that up, but that sounds really good. You've just put two things I really like in the same sentence, and I'm gonna have to look that up. Let's see, Calpanic says, I have a couple of large-scale projects I want to print. A 40mm scale Milano, Guardians of the Galaxy spaceship. 25mm scale cyberpunk style. Oh, air ambulance. That sounds cool. See, my mom eats it with a slice of pineapple on top, and it makes me want to work. I don't think I've ever tried it with fruit. I never had that growing up, and it seems weird. I should probably try it, but I don't think about it. Hey, Tony, welcome in. How are ya? Either way, you can color however you'd like. So these are, it is violet from Model Color as my base coat, and then I do a layer of royal purple. Unfortunately, it doesn't show up super great on this camera for both. It's a little easier to see on the Halbert, but that's what that is. How are you? Welcome in. Yeah, color is spelled both those ways, so you're good. Birdie Patrol is a splash release. DW has probably forgotten it exists. Probably start homebrewing things, probably. Probably. I think she would do salsa with it. I like that too. Throw that in there. So not joining the Boarding Patrol League to avoid pain. So if I want to paint a Combat Patrol League more casual, or a 1K one. It's an old diet. Baked potato plus cottage cheese. I mean, that sounds good. Low calories but filling. Low calories. Fair amount of protein in that. I like potatoes. Points at all the other games released with multiple books and forgotten. Yeah. The end of edition stuff for Games Workshop is always weird. All the campaigns that they do. I thought Boarding Actions was kind of weird. Like, I get that they're trying to, like, find new things to do and play with, but I don't know, they don't seem to work as nicely as other stuff. Because, yeah, you have half the people getting ready for next edition, and then they don't, like, carry over to next edition. So, Sir Pumpelnickel, welcome in. How are ya? New to 40k. Any tips for painting? Well, welcome on in. What army did we pick up? Tips for painting. I think if you're just getting started, the Warhammer YouTube actually has some really good, like, starting videos. So kind of seeing how a base coat works, how washes work, things like that. A lot of it that you'll be learning is muscle memory. So learning to use the brush and paints. And then your paint consistency. So having your, being able to thin your paint a little bit so it's not clumping up on you. Working on edge highlighting, things like that. You're gonna buy Tyranids. Okay, welcome on in. I also have Nids, so I know a little bit about painting bugs. I think it's a great time with Leviathan and all the new Tyranids coming. So if you have anything more specific, let me know. But yeah, a lot of it in the beginning is gonna get used to working with the tools. So learning how to do your base coats, your washes, all that good stuff. But I would point you to the Warhammer YouTube because they actually have a lot of good videos for getting started. But welcome on in. We're happy to have you. Close game. Hello. We're doing well. How are you? Where's Badger? Yeah, where's Mortimer? Remember they released all those cool rules in the game books at the end of 8th edition fantasy? Yeah. Yeah. You want a giant multi-book campaign setting? LOL. New edition. Yeah. Now none of it works. New edition's not surprised though. They've been coming out. No, I think it's people try to do those end of edition stuff, and it's just they get caught in that like limbo between editions, and they're always kind of weird. That all said, the rule set of boarding patrols results in interesting unit placements. Instead of doing clumps of units, you end up with slightly angled firing lines that look really cool. I am glad, since you've said that it is like different enough. Which was always my thing. It's like, why do you need a boarding patrol when you can just do kill team? So it sounds like it's different enough that you are like approaching it in a different way. But yeah, I don't know. The between editions stuff always feels a little weird. Oh, gotcha. Doing good. Started on another jetpack too. This is the last one, right, though? Oh. Last one this unit, though. Then I'll have 3 with the scatter lasers. At this point, if GW releases a series of campaign books, don't buy them. It's end of edition life books that won't be supported. Yeah, I think that's how it goes, unfortunately. As much as I like campaign and narrative stuff, just, I don't know that it's worth it. Or as you have to bend over backwards or get caught in a limbo. That was a pun. I love the Warhammer YouTube videos. YouTube tutorials. It's not a video essay of base coding plus a brief example. So example and simple explanation. I like them for getting started. Yeah. I think if you're someone wanting to dive in, get started, especially with Warhammer, because they are using colors and things you're probably using for your armies, it's a very good place to start. I think after that, then I'd probably direct you other places to other content creators, but I would definitely start there and kind of work out. Why do Kill Team and Necromunda exist? Different settings. Plus, no one here plays Necromunda. No one here plays it. Be back later. Have fun. Sounds good. We'll see you later, Kill Panic. Thanks for hanging out. Catch you next time. Byzantios, hello. How are ya? The vision rules are great. Even the door opening rules are interesting. Overwatch works way cooler. Missions are quite interesting and intense. That's why I was drawn to it, but ugh. That's too bad. That's too bad that it didn't work out the way you were hoping. Yeah, unless you can house rule some stuff. But if the rest of the group's not interested, then you're kind of stuck, unfortunately. I play lots of Necromunda. I love that game. I've heard it's very good. Here locally, yeah, it's not really played. I think sometimes, because we're close to the Citadel, which is the larger Warhammer store here in Texas. I think they occasionally will do like a league around new stuff, but other than that, probably not going to find it. You're going to buy the end of campaign narrative books. Buy them for the narrative, yeah. Any other reason leads to disappointment, yeah. C. Decker, thank you so much for pushing the button. For 30 months of pushing the button. Thank you so much for the support. How are you today? I appreciate it. With that sub, reminder that we are working toward another sub Sunday, another bonus stream. That counter is below my face. We're doing Kingdom Death with the one you guys have unlocked. So I have a Kingdom Death pinup to build this week. So thank you everyone for all the support. I appreciate it. The admin for Necromunda is a lot like homework bullet. Retz is like, no thank you. Hey Cornix, welcome in. I played if people around here did. I played the video game version a bunch. Welcome on in. Yeah, it seems to be one of those systems. You've got to have someone doing the organizing, or you're probably not going to find it, unfortunately. I think a lot of those more skirmish type games are kind of the same, which is too bad. Stuck with house rules, we're running 9th ed for boarding actions. Yeah, it's too bad, because I like narrative stuff, but it seems like it comes out and then that's kind of it. Because obviously the focus on is main game and competitive. Narrative, they're like, okay, narrative is out, you're good. Go run it yourself. That's all you get. 1K League, it'll be likely. I hope that it's fun, whichever one you pick. I feel like 1K would be fun. I feel like it's probably the most people, also, of the options you kind of put in chat. I feel like you'd probably get the best turnout for... Would that be a escalating league, or would it stay at 1K? Escalation leagues are great. Get your army together. Alright, I want to add a little bit more to our first one, because I don't think you got enough shading. I think I thinned it down too much. Taking Puppy to the park sounds good. Enjoy. Ah, yes, fun. Looks at 19 Space Marine lists. Oh, it stays at 1K. It would last from October until February. That's a long league for staying at 1 point level. You're going to get really good at beating up Space Marines. Gotta get really good at it. Also have a 2K Age of Sigmar League. Oh, at the same time. So that might work out nicely, actually, if you're not having to keep adding on. Are you able to change your list, though? You're not playing the same army for... How many months are you? I should love the game. I should love the game. I should love the game. If you are someone who liked rank and file, I understand not liking Sigmar. I think that's... That and lore, I think, are the big complaints I have seen. I like that it's easier to go between 40k and Sigmar, personally. I don't think I watched this guy at all, actually, looking at it. Full list change allowed. Only requirement is full paint at all times. I like that because it does help you get your army together. You can swap out, but it better be painted. I can appreciate that. Same the problem. Problem is that the time I painted 3,000 points of Daughters of Cain, I never want to clap eyes in another Melsi again. That's fair. But it's the hard part, I think, with Warhammer. And I don't think I realized it until kind of last year, just how much of it is army painting. Or if you want to play the game, there's so much you have to chew through, painting-wise. I guess it's one of those, like, it didn't used to bother me, but now kind of bothers me. And now it's cycled back around to just acceptance. Just knock it out. Get it done. You know it has to be done, so get it done. Same for the Age of Sigmar League. I have a new list with 60 stabbas already, so I gotta find time and energy to paint those as well. You are keeping yourself busy, that's for sure. All these big army projects. Good motivation, though, to get them done. Joining the league. Knowing that they have to be painted. Sorry, I'm trying to get between this, like, spine, and it's really frustrating. So sorry if it's not super camera friendly here for a minute. Need to decide if the spine is going to be actual bone or if it's metallic. I feel like it's silver. I don't remember. It can be either, I guess, because chaos. Then I have all these Warcry models I need to finish. I feel that. I've got, I was working on that Kingdom Death model, and then these guys are all ready, so it's alright. Gotta split my time here a bit. Work on Emperor's Children, work on Kingdom Death. I want to get more Malifaux painted, because I enjoy it. It's tough, man. Real gamer hours in here. It's tough. I want all of my systems painted. Ready to roll. Alright. There's all that. We need to get silver on our other help route. I'm going to basically just catch him up to his buddy here. You know, looking at this challenge, Space Wolves don't have as many options as I thought. I'm a little surprised. Aside from the Hounds of Mordkai, of course. Yeah, now that you say that, not really. We thinking about it, bro, so? About hopping in? Maybe. Maybe. It's been really fun seeing what people are picking out to work on, and then just attacking it. Very impressed by everyone hopping in immediately. Panda, welcome in. How are you? Blonde Cow, hello. How are you today? I'm so close to finishing the Iron Blaster, but I want to be able to show it off and maybe entice commissions. Ah, taking a little bit more time then. I think it's worth the extra time. How are you? Doing right, how are things here? We're good. We are back to work on the Emperor's Children. I got a bunch done yesterday while I was watching Evo. So I'm just going to continue the batch painting here. I did decide that I want white pauldrons, so I've got to figure that out later. But for now, we're going to do everything but pauldrons, and I'll get all that masked off for later. I want to attempt the green stuff. Oh, the fur and hair for a while. They seem like a good choice. Yep, that would be a good one to do it with. Would be an easy one. They're not doing great right now, but hopefully with Codex they'll be a little bit more fun. Maybe we'll get something new. Mine are basically on the shelf until Codex, so Nids and Eldar are more fun right now. But they're not bad to paint. Tony, hello, how are ya? There's Exalted. I'm like, did I miss Exalted? How are ya? Come in and do it. Exalted's in it. Exalted's painting Ultramarines. They're looking great. Well, now I'm convinced. Let's go. Huge fans of how the brutes are coming along. Thank you. They're such a cool little model. They're part goofy, part really cool. So I'm having fun with them. And then I've got like a million billion arms I can put on them, which is fun. So here's everything we will work on after I get the challenge stuff together. So I've got my missile, I got another fist, got the fun tentacles. But that's gonna wait until we get a little further along, so I don't get so distracted. Is a Mastodon allowed in combat patrol? Yes. Let's assume I can take 3. Yes, absolutely. You didn't see the 3 Mastodon combat patrol box? We would lose Badger forever. Oh. We'd lose Badger forever. If only. If only. I'm mostly sad. The dream of the plastic Mastodon is basically dead. Now that it's we legending it up. Very much dead. Looks like my eBay. Ooh, Kingdom Death comes today. Heck yeah. Hopefully, we'll have to see what all you get in that box, Panda. How much you're actually missing. I know we were talking about you might be missing the Phoenix and the Lion. The Lion's still weird to me that that's missing. Phoenix I kind of understand. The Lion's a little weird. Hey, Flaming Noob, welcome in. How are ya? Mastodon's Children is my favorite faction. I would absolutely play. Yep. Load them all up. Into the Mastodon. Absolutely. Hey Bradley, welcome in. I'm good, how are you? We are working on my Emperor's Children today, so trying to get a good start on what's becoming a new army. How are you? These are the Hell Brutes. So one of them comes in the Chaos Space Marine Combat Patrol. The other one I've had sitting because I thought I was going to do Thousand Suns. So I'm adding them in. But in the Combat Patrol, you get a Hell Brute. You get 10 of the regular Legionaries. We get 5 Havocs, which are kind of their heavy support. And then also this boy, the Dark Apostle. So we haven't started them just yet, but trying to make our way through one of the larger boxes. Is there anything you're working on? Hey Greenleaf, welcome in. How are you? Phoenix and Lion are the 2 I think aren't there, but the parts I'm seeing and attributing to Gorm could be going to the Lion. Okay. Yeah, it was kind of hard because the sprues were all stacked. I did try to take a look with you, but I definitely didn't see the Phoenix because that's a larger sprue. So unless it just wasn't in the photo, which you never know. We shall see. If you have any questions when you get everything, let me know. I'll try my best to help. Is the Dark Apostle reading Green Eggs and Ham? Probably. Probably. It's on the battlefield. Oh. Love the purple. I'm painting. Ooh, a Warp Lightning Cannon. I have Skaven as well. Welcome on in. I need to finish my Warp Lightning Cannon. I got to the cannon, and the Screaming Bell, and I don't think they're as fun to paint, so I never finished them. I need to do that at some point. They have enough paint to go on the table, but that's really about it. Need to actually get finished. Let's see, working on the Chaos Knight. I'm going to magnetize the arm so I can switch between fist and sword. Knights are a good project for magnetizing. Yeah, that'll be nice to be able to swap those out. I also have X, yeah. Most of the Skaven are painted. I'm not, like, rushing to go finish them. They're fine. I don't want to push on them the way that I do on, like, the nids and stuff. Those have been nice to finish. And not have to worry about ever again. Skaven are fine. Let's buy a knife for each loadout. Pro hobby tips. Yep, you could. You could. That's how you end up with a Scott collection. I will have many questions. I didn't see any dice or the rulebook either, so I may need to purchase those. If I have to buy those, then I'll just purchase the upgrade cards at the same time. A good plan there, yeah. Yeah, any questions, throw them in the Discord, and I'll try to help. I have all my stuff here we can look at. I know Roll Will plays more than I do, so would also be a big help. I'm working on my second one. I'd like to get 2 more in the future. They're fun. They can do some damage. I've not gotten to play them in a bit. We've been focusing on 40k, but they are fun. He was also mentioned to me, let me know to reach out. Okay. Between the 3 of us, we'll get it figured out. We'll get it figured out. I know he was playing with some of the new Gambler's Chest stuff this weekend. I don't know where mine's at. I don't know when mine's supposed to arrive. I found out I was checking the wrong tracking number. Because they were both in the same, like, backer kit. So now I don't know where my actual Gambler's Chest is. Whoops. So I gotta figure that out later. Alright, there's that. Let's get some of these cables. I'm kind of putting off the skin highlighting because I need to revive my pot of Reckworth flesh. It's an older pot and it's starting to clump up on me. And the stores have been out of stock. Kickstarter's a gift from your past self. I have too many gifts coming my way. Between Kingdom Death, Monster Hunter, which I also need to figure out my pledge manager for that. Elden Ring. Yeah, I got too many gifts. Too many gifts. Stupid past Nikki. What was she thinking? What was she thinking? I'm glad one of my projects is a video game. They can take all the time. No need to rush that. The rest are all miniatures though, and that was bad. Past Nikki making questionable purchases, future Nikki benefiting, yep. It's more content here for stream, right? We can paint more Monster Hunter, we can paint some Elden Ring. Future content. It's all good. So yeah, I decided to splurge on Baldur's Gate, only to find out I bought it 3 years ago. Well, there you go. Same thing. Past you making decisions. Current you benefiting. Content, that's right. All the content. Right, silver. Next. I need to put this button as base. That is the older one, and I don't know if I have any more races. I should. Connor first, welcome in. How are you? I saw you are now a Space Marine painting machine. What do we got today? I played Baldur's Gate 3 all day Friday, Saturday, and about 90% of Sunday. I did see the new Turtles movie. What did we think? Was it fun? Scott's been going hard on Baldur's Gate. I am behind because I was watching Evo. I needed a brain off weekend, and it was much needed. It's very nice. I wanted to watch, not to think. They're also cheap money-wise. Allowed to get a couple of Doom. The Doom Wheel is one of my favorite models ever. Like, not even just, like, favorite Warhammer model. Just favorite model ever. They're just fun. I have one finished. I actually ended up stripping my second one because I wasn't happy with it. But they are so much fun. Skaven are just the best. They're just the best. Really good. Only gripe I had was Donnie's VA sounded a bit too much like a 10-year-old instead of a teen. Gotcha. I guess I am shocked at just how horny Baldur's Gate 3 is. I clearly need to play more Baldur's Gate 3. I clearly need to get a little further along. I think it's edge highlighting time for a bit. I don't want to, but we're going to do it. Least your favorite model ever in a green bath for months. We're not playing Age of Sigmar, so I didn't need it. 15 out of 10 horny. Well, clearly I need to catch up then. I mean, I feel like when I saw what happened with the developer panel and the druid, like I feel like I know what I'm getting into. I'm here for it. I'm here for more of that. Think how much of that we could stream. I need to get further so I can actually like talk about some of Baldur's Gate. I'm barely in the story when you guys are probably way ahead of me at this point. It feels very good though, even the little bit that I've played, so I'm excited to play more. You can tell a lot of love has gone into it, which is nice. You create your own guy, right? Yep. Yep. And then you have party members you pick up along the way. The party members are preset characters. You know, you change classes. Yeah. So as they level up, you can make decisions for them then. But they are preset. Or just their hands, yeah. If you've played Divinity, Original Sin, similar to that. I will say, I think some quality of life improvements over Divinity as far as like moving your party and stuff. I think it's a lot nicer because they'll just kind of follow you around. You use hirelings instead, if you're an absolute lunatic. But yeah, you make your character and then you have their level ups. So some derpy AI moments, better than Divinity. You can also play one of the pre-gen characters. I did see that. Yeah, that was interesting. So if you don't want to make your own, you just want to hop in, you can do one one of the characters. I guess that'd be interesting to see like where you start and stuff. I hadn't really thought about it. Because I wanted to make my sorcerer. Maybe an unpopular opinion, but I miss the DS2 companions. They're more interesting. Fane. Oh, Fane. I wish you were actually here. So I've heard from... I mean, I'm not as far. Scott has kind of said the same. We're not as big a fan of the party members, but I haven't made it far enough to say. One thing that bothers me is stealth initiation is all kinds of weird. Hey, Nicolandine, welcome in. How are ya? Yeah, I only started Divinity. I didn't make it super far. Part of that was the AI. I got really annoyed at it. So for me, Baldur's Gate has been a lot easier just from just basic movement. It's been easier for me to keep up with. Good, thanks. Lurking and watching paint these lovely Emperor's children. Thank you so much. We are, so this is the Chaos Space Marine Combat Patrol. Don't know how much you heard me talking about earlier. But it was basically my excuse to start Emperor's Children before I feel like the Codex is coming. So if we get a head start now with kind of the basic stuff, and then we can add on all the fun, unique Emperor's Children stuff that may be coming, right? Then we'll add in the Noise Marines and things. So that's the plan. We'll see how it pans out, but that's the plan. Baldur's Gate companions do get better as you spend more time with them. The beta, they seem very surface level. I won't be spending any more time with Mr. Bitey. Scorch Bandit says, doing multiplayer with friends on his first playthrough. I'm the only one that hasn't changed my class since the beginning of the game. A multiplayer playthrough sounds kind of fun. I think, like, this one, obviously, I'm enjoying going through myself and just poking through everything, but a multiplayer run later sounds fun. I feel a tremor in the warp, that's right. World leaders got theirs. Now it's my turn. We'll see how it plays out. If it doesn't, then I just play Chaos Space Marines, so there's that. But I think it's coming. It's a matter of waiting. That's one thing I'm struggling with is builds. As someone who hasn't played a lot of D&D in a long, long time. That's fair. I think it does kind of assume you know a lot of that. Obviously, you can dig in and, like, really go through all the different options, but yeah, as someone who has, like, played a sorcerer before, I kind of know what I want and what works pretty well. Panda says, I also didn't realize my god is chaotic evil aligned. So that was fun. I just wanted something that went with the Tempest domain. Whoops. Accidental evil. That's great. Have you been getting, like, certain options and things for that? I'm assuming that's what you've discovered. Is you're getting options because of that. I've only ever played D&D in video games. It's a lot of fun in person. If you were ever interested, would recommend. Because you get to rolling actual dice and having reactions in person is something really special. If you ever get the chance and you're interested, I would recommend. Like when we play in person on Saturday, it's so much fun. So much fun. Another Tempest cleric, yeah. It seems like I've heard a lot of people playing clerics and Tempest clerics. Let's do some washes and we'll... I don't want to go back to the Marines today. I feel like until I get those pauldrons all to the white that I want, I'm not feeling them as much right now. Let's go ahead and get some washes on. My cleric isn't evil, but my god is. The cleric options for when you have Talos are great. I also like telling other clerics their god sucks and mine is better. Someone has to tell them. I've seen all kinds of posts since I made a ranger. I feel like everyone's playing a ranger. Scott's got a ranger. Kate, hello, how are you? Welcome on in. We are painting. These are called Hell Brutes. They get big old weapons. So this guy gets a hammer. That'll go on this side. And a plasma gun goes on this side. Pew pew. Big hammer, that's right. Big hammer and big guns. What you up to? Let's see, chat. We have a question. Honor First is asking, should we work on Terminators or a character? I feel like character. Since you finished a unit, I think you can have character as a treat. Unless you are just in the batch painting like zone. I'm gonna say character. Just had lunch. Connie's fault. Always Converio's fault. What did you have? I feel like something's in the Discord and I just haven't seen it. What'd you have? I'm not really a fan of the in-game character sheet. It doesn't really show you past leveling choices you made. I kind of ran into that where I was trying to decide spells across the party and I couldn't remember what I had given to someone else. Unless there is a way to do it and I just didn't see it. I wish I could see the other characters as I'm going. Just because I have a sorcerer which overlaps with several other things. On the level up page, no? Okay. Maybe I take some notes. Cake says, being bored at work, half the people are out of state this week. Oh, okay, so trying to fill the void. Steamed pork dumplings and egg rolls, yum. With pho for dinner, oh my gosh. All of that sounds amazing. I am jealous. I'm jealous. I haven't had pho in forever. That sounds so good. Big boss, welcome in. How are you? So you got the librarian or the captain? Yeah, go librarian. Unless you're in the zone. If you're like knocking stuff out and it's a good time to do another unit, then knock it out, I say. Because that feeling you just have to embrace and get the stuff done. If you're in that mindset, knock it out. Kind of like how I was yesterday. I'm like, working on these isn't so bad. While I watch the fighting games. I started snipping tooling the other cleric selections. I think that's a good idea. I might have to do that then. Yeah, I was trying to get my party all situated, and it's like, shit, what did I give him? I don't want to take the same thing. I have enough of that in our Friday game, where I have a bard and we have a wizard, and we overlap quite a bit. So I was trying to take spells that she wasn't taking, and vice versa. I can cover all of the spells. Big Boss is doing good. He's taking care of my sister's doggos. They're goofballs. What kind of doggos are they? I've got everything primed in their base color, so it's a nice way to get started. Okay. Yeah, I would say you know yourself best. If you need a break, librarian it up, I say. If you're cruising, keep cruising. Will should be the only overlap. Cleric Druid can change as needed. Wizard can learn from any scroll and adjust daily. But I like Will. I want him in my party. As long as freaking Stoneheart's not in my party. I don't want her in my party. I don't like her. Decide that dry brushing the chesticle is the way to go. There you go. One is an American Staffordshire Terrier, 90-pound lapdog. Yep, Staffies are big love bugs. The other is a Husky Dane mutt mix, who's very noodle-like. Well, that sounds like a fun combo. Definitely sounds like goofballs. Staffies are so sweet. I'm a cleric and I'm using Shadowheart too. I can't stand her. I need her gone. I need her gone. I don't even care if she gets better later. I just need her gone. Give me that druid. You hated layering those things? See, I like doing the Acolas because it's like a satisfying little, I mean, it's just the 2 layers of feathers. It's just a nice, satisfying little thing to layer. But that's, yeah, if you found a way to get through them, go for it. My cleric's been super tanky. There's one fight we did where I was the only one to not go down the entire fight. IRL. So my war domain cleric was that way, and I loved her. She was a little beast. Because she could also hit pretty hard if she needed to. I think I got like a 20 strength really early. She was a little beast, and she was the greatest. The only reason she had a death is because my sorcerer friend got suggestion and disintegrated her. So, yeah. Scott killed me through a party member. It's the only reason she died. Rude. Rude, I'd say. But a good story. Salamander, hello, how are you? I think my AC in combat is 21. Don't blame me for him rolling bad. You're the one that picked suggestion. Is a good story. I liked it. I was sad at the time, but I liked it. I don't think I'll ever forget that moment of the rest of the party understanding what had happened, that I was dead. And Danny, who has not played as much D&D, was just like, we'll just bring her back. And everyone's like, there's nothing to bring back. Her body's gone. We have been playing Baldur's Gate. What you got, Salamander? Tell us about your character. Yeah, my entire weekend was D&D, Salamander, between Baldur's Gate and then 2 D&D games. So I'm playing a sorcerer in Baldur's Gate. I've got a rogue in Strahd and a bard in my Greek campaign. So it's been a lot. What you got? And then watching a shit ton of EVO. That was my weekend. So now I want to play all those games too, obviously. I need more hours in the day. It's about to become video game stream just so I can play my stuff. Scott slept on the couch that night? Nah, it was fine. It was sad though. It's a good story, which is exactly what D&D is for. Let's see, I got a Dragonborn monk for my group campaign and a Tiefling warlock for my solo run. Those sound great. Always need more hours for games? Yes. In addition to the model backlog, I have a video game backlog. I've got so much stuff I still need to catch up on. I need to fight the streets. I need to play Dragon Ball Fighters still. I need to finish my Yakuza playthrough. Because I got to 5 and just stopped. But I need to finish it. And now Final Fantasy XIV's got an expansion coming. It's too much, chat. It's too much. Starfield is coming. The disciples of Tiamat don't hold back. They shouldn't. Absolutely not. Nope, I like it. I like the story. Much as I liked my character, her getting disintegrate to the face is pretty great. That was a good story. Gaming is good again. It's been a good year, Salamander. Is there anything else you're looking forward to? All of chat. What games are we looking forward to? There's still a lot coming. Part of me wants to find, I don't know if it's a full week, but I think I want to take like a little mini vacation. I was kind of thinking after the salamanders are finished up, just take a little staycation to myself. I have the option to start Yakuza Kiwami, or do a new run of Stardew. Guess which one I picked. Kiwami's really good. You'll enjoy it when you get to it. They did a very nice job kind of updating stuff. Don't look forward to games anymore. Hey Delta, welcome in. I really, really want Blight Survival. I'll have to look that one up. And then the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake. I'm excited to watch people play through those. I've never played any of the Metal Gear games. And when I tried to look up the story and things, that didn't make sense. I've heard that even if I play it, it doesn't make sense. But I did try. Need a vacation from today? I'm sorry, Scott. We do have salamanders. Yeah, I've got, some of it's in sub-assembly, so it's a little hard to show off, but I've got contemptors that we're finishing. So they need their arms, obviously, but they're coming along. I've got Vulcan I need to get back to this week, so he needs some more work, and then I have his whole display base to work on. I've got a Storm Raven in pieces, but ready to go together. And, oops. Got a Redemptor waiting on some decals. So yeah, they're coming along. I love salamanders. Yeah, someone said salamanders. I got salamanders. So I have, if you want to see more of the salamanders, a lot of them are actually on my socials, which I'll throw here in chat. But we've been working through, it's basically a wave for an army that we've been working on. So this is the next wave of goodies getting finished. But they've been a fair amount of my time here the last few weeks. My favorite chapter, they're good. As a Space Wolf player, I think they are my favorite to paint, the salamanders. Playing through just the tutorial of Metal Gear Solid 5 makes you question if the character is insane or if the writers are. Yes. Yes. Because tonight's going to be just get through the race, just finish the league. Yep. Yep. Hey Muffin Princess, welcome in. My fiance wants to join 40k. Any suggestions? I thought maybe Tyranids, Ultramarine, Sister to Battle. There hasn't been a faction she seems too excited about. Unfortunately, that is my my suggestion. Is going to the store and seeing what she gravitates towards. And that's across the board, I think, the best way to pick a Warhammer army. Go to the store and see what you want to work on. Just because it's going to be so much of your time building, painting, playing. If you like what you're working on, you will put in the time to learn how to paint, how to play, all that good stuff. No, oh, fine. No, that's it. Yep. That's across the board the best way to pick a Warhammer army. I guess of all the options, it's a bit overwhelming for her. That's fair. And I think that's kind of going with your gut is a good way to narrow it down. Because if you've got like a few you can pick between, then it becomes, okay, what playstyle do you like? You can look at the range, which has newer stuff. What do we think is going to have better support? But you kind of have to get to that short list first. So I would say if she can narrow it down to a few, that will help both of you, I think. Or if there's something specific that she likes. I can say I tend to gravitate toward things with critters in them. So I like Nids, I like Space Wolves, I like Skaven. I like having an animal component to it. So if there's something like that, yeah, if you like big zombie robots, then you're looking at Knights, or lots of Dreadnoughts, or Tau. If there's something like that, that might help. Get her orcs. Girls love orcs. Orcs are fun. If she's someone who likes to customize a lot of stuff, orcs are really good for that. I think orcs call to a lot of people who like to kit bash and things. But yeah, if you can find something like that, I think that helps. Bradley says, I might get the starter set so I can do, ooh, salamanders and Tyranids? Yes. Yes. I'm here to enable you. Yes. Would be a good way to start both. Especially because you get the flamer dudes in the box for salamanders. The Infernus. Very, very on brand, on point for salamanders. Terminators will be good. Bashing things, you say. Yeah, kit bashing. So, taking something from one kit and applying it to the other to make it something custom. Orcs do just regular bashing, too. They do like their melee. But yeah, kit bashing is taking two kits and bashing them together, essentially. I think she likes the good guys. I was like, does not compute. It's a starting point, though, so that rules out chaos, probably. That probably rules out, I mean, depends how you look at Nids, I guess. It does help a little bit. Hey, Grazzle, welcome in. Let your fiance peruse the full color army section of the core book, see if anything looks cool. Yeah. Another good suggestion. If there's just something where she's like, that looks cool. That's the moment you're looking for. Is that looks cool, I want it. Space Marines are the good... Let her decide on... Yes. Yes. She needs to be the one to do it. Get it to a short list, and then you can kind of help her narrow it down, I would say. It's the way to do it. Because if she picks something, or a couple things, and she's like, well, I don't want to do shooty armies, then you can rule out something like Tau, or, you know. Hey, Justarian, how are you? How are you? Unfortunately, I am not new to the internet, but I hope you're having a good day. Tyranids are the good guys. They just want, yeah. That's my opinion on the Nids. They just want to nom. They just want to eat. What are either three good guys? Tyranids, orcs, and Necrons. They just want to go back to sleep. Big mood. Big mood. Oh. If nothing jumps out as a collection they're interested in, ask about hobby. Yeah, if it's the painting, if it's the lore. Just paint together. They may just want to be with you, do something you enjoy. That's a good shout, too. You're spending all these times painting plastic men. Can I also join you in painting plastic men? Well, that's how I got started. Scott had the dwarves on his desk. I was like, what is this? What are we doing here? And now I'm 6 armies in. 6 armies plus Kingdom Death plus Malifaux. So yeah, Cake. When we were first dating, he had some on his desk, and I was just like, "What is that? Tell me more." And I've been hooked on it ever since, and now it's my job. Now it's my whole life. Yeah. I always hesitate. My career. Yeah. I always hesitate on that word, but yeah. We also met in World of Warcraft, so there's our little story. We met in WoW, and then he got me into miniatures. It starts off with a box, and then it turns into 10 armies, yep. You'll notice when someone new comes into stream, I don't ask which army they have. I ask which armies. Because it's never just one. Yep. I love cute nerd things. You're a cute nerd thing. Thank you. You are also a cute nerd thing. And then we get to come on here and be cute nerd things together. Cute chat. Oh, Bill, thank you so much for the gifted sub to Bradley Austin. Enjoy those emotes and your ad-free viewing. Bill, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Cute chat. Yeah. Oh, I think she just wants to hang out. It makes me want to marry her more. Then maybe, yeah, maybe working on something together would be fun. A combined army? Sounds pretty cute to me. Maybe there's a character she could put some serious time into or something. I only have one army? Hold on now. Hold on. I mean, yes, you have Imperial Fists, but you also have a whole boarding patrol you're working on. Which are not Imperial Fists. So... You've also got Illuminath. You've also got... I'm on to you, Life of Madness. I'm on to you. So you've got Seraphon, Skaven, and Tzeentch. Those are fun. Warlord Titan. There you go. Combined Warlord Titan. The monstrosity that Roll is painted for Kingdom Death. So creepy and cool at the same time. That's the new Crimson Crocodile. He is a spoopy, but also derpy boy. I'm excited for mine to also come in. He's a spoopy, derpy boy. Streamer bullies viewer. Feels bad, man. You guys know what you're getting into. Agents of the Imperium are attaché units for Fist. Right, but it's a different army. They're not Imperial Fists. Just saying. Just saying. I sold... Okay, I didn't know if you still had them. But still, my point stands. You had multiple armies. My point stands. One of us sound as a channeler points. That's a good idea, Bill. I'll write that down. As long as it doesn't keep changing in the sound alert thing. I need to decide what I'm doing with the sound alerts. If I keep them as channel points or bits ensures they get spammed less, which I like. There we go. See, I like when they're well timed. I don't like when chat's like, haha, spam every button. That gets really old really fast. The fingers just make me uncomfortable. It's probably good you don't have the Phoenix then. The Phoenix has all sorts of little hands you have to add on individually. It's kind of a nightmare of a model. Maybe good you don't have the Phoenix. Make them more channel points, then maybe the other thing. We'll figure it out. I'm mostly annoyed that they keep changing the cooldown on me without me touching it. That's why I disabled a bunch of them, is every time I'd go in there. The streamer complains, chat spams. Streamer taunts chat to spam. Anyone want to buy an Agents of the Imperium Boarding Patrol? Drops out of challenge. No. Get in here. Taint. Is the Phoenix all handsy? Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. I need Will here to take the heat and the bullying. That's okay. Again, you guys saw the result of Sub Sunday. It'll come back around soon enough. Conradson, welcome in. How are you? What you up to today? We are continuing to work on my combat patrol. Got to get me goofed up. We're kind of to washes, and honestly, I want to do the white on their pauldrons, so I don't want to go too far. But trying to get packs and backpacks and all that done today. Before I have to mask off and go back to airbrushing. Which I'm not looking forward to, but it'll be worth it. Why are there so many hands? 'Cause creepy. Yeah. Kingdom Death loves hands. I think you guys learned that from the owl. 'Cause creepy. I think in general the sounder teams are appropriate cooldowns. Occasional spamming is worth it because well-timed ones are great, yeah. Also agree with getting rid of the blood for the blood god. The other ones weren't low-key. So I don't mind for blood for the blood god. It was just, yeah, the system that they run through for some reason was taking my cooldown off every time. So I would save it for a half-hour cooldown. And then I'd go back in there and my cooldown's gone. So I don't know if the sound clip is being re-uploaded or what's happening. But the system itself is changing something and I don't like it. That's annoying. So I killed it. Gotta hand it to them, that's right. That's right. Do you guys want to see the, this is the pinup we're going to be painting. I need to get her built this week. But that's who we'll be painting. Hey Scorpion, loving the purple and gold, thank you. Thank you, thank you. How are you today? I'm happy with how this batch is coming along. The first time I tried it, it was too magenta. So I'm glad we got it figured out now. And it's Nezak, welcome in. What was she sitting on? So this model, basically what they do is the boss monsters, they made into pinups. So her boss, like that she's based off of, is a dung beetle knight. Which actually, this one shows off a little better. So she has like the armor of like a beetle. But that is actually the like dung ball. Which game mechanically has things that, yeah. Ew. So yeah, the actual boss looks a little closer to this with all of the beetle armor. But then they go super pinup with this one. But yeah, the actual boss himself looks really cool. But that's what she's based off. Scorch Panda, did you know you're getting into all this when you picked up Kingdom Death? Salamander, I will be present. Scorpion says, I'm good. Finally got the new computer up and running. Hell yeah. Now my office is a wreck again from moving everything around. Yeah. But new computer hype is super exciting. What is Skrell? Is she a boss? Is she an NPC in town? So she's not a boss, but I know that I think she had game content. I'll be honest, I didn't read through it. Because I haven't gotten to play. But she does have game content. So usually that means like a story event or something where you will make decisions with her. So they can arrive at like different times in the game. Over 3 levels of waifu for the dung beetle boss. There's also a male version, I believe. Part of me wants to look. We can take a quick break. You guys want to just look through pinups for a second? I'll have to TOS check as we go, but you guys just want to look? I have most of the art cards behind me, I think. I mean... yeah. Okay, hold on. I think they're all in here, Scott. I think I kept the pinups together. I have a large chunk of cards, so whatever's in there we can look at. I mean, we just finished all of our washes, so they have to dry. We have to have something to do. You know? It's just dry time. Alright, here we go. So obviously we have these two that I've shown you. Let me grab the other. And again, I'll have to TOS check as we go. Finding any excuse to not paint these miniatures. I was working on them all yesterday. I'll have you know. I'll have you know. Okay. We have Dem. She's gonna wait. She's gonna wait. She probably should wait. Let me find a couple others I can show you, chat. He is covered. I'm not going to leave him on screen, but I'll show you one of the male pinups, just so you know. You know. Hey, Seven, welcome in. Detailing superb. Everything on those figures look precise and astounding. Thank you so much. How are you today? Okay, I'm not going to leave him on screen, but I want to show you, just so you guys know that there are male pinups as well for Kingdom Death. This is one of my favorites. He's covered, so we're good. Just sliding down. But yeah, then they've also got... This is one I started but didn't actually finish. So I need to get back to her. I didn't like the color scheme that I went with for her. But we've got a badass archer lady. Also very cool art. I'm more worried about TOS than I thought I was going to be with some of these. Phoenix Dancer is very pretty. Sure. So that's another example. A Phoenix was a boss that's been pin-upified. See if I can find another boss example, actually. I can, but she's a rough one to show on stream. God damn it. Okay, I thought I could show more of these. I can't. Or I'm gonna be safe because we have a fancy check mark. And I don't want to lose it, you know? But yeah, there's some. Avoid the Phoenix Dancer. She's an ankle snapper. Yeah, poor Bill had a hard time with that mini. But I'll show you just the stack of minis I've got here. So of that stack, I showed you how many? Look how many I can't show you, chat. Oh no, I'm sorry, Sly. I hope you feel better. We'll see you tomorrow. I hope, yeah, hope you can get that headache under control here. That's the worst. We'll see you tomorrow. Alright, back to painting minis, I guess. I don't want to. Let's see. What should we work on? I really want to get these shoulders to white because that's going to make a big difference. Let's highlight the little packs that we did earlier. Osteoporosis ankylititis. That is an entire Dewey Decimal System of library cards. It is, and I don't even know if it's all of it for the pinups. But yeah, that is. Even the stack of cards is thick. That's why we love Kingdom Death. Even the stack of cards is thick. But if anyone's interested, they are usually on the store. They've been keeping a lot of the pinups in stock. So if you would like some of your own, there are male and female pinups. Go check them out. Some of them are the larger scale too, which is nice. So if you like the larger, like painter's scale stuff, there are some of those as well. So make sure when you're looking through them, I think it's the 54 mil are the larger, where the gaming are the, I believe it's 32 mil. So you can look through that. But yeah, Sub Sunday will be fun. Oh, it didn't even hit Automod. We should not dive deeper into this curse line. It didn't even come up, so Twitch decided no. You guys keep having that happen, and I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried. Thank you for the break, chat. It was fun. I need excuses to paint more of these miniatures, so thank you. because they've been sitting on my my bookcase for far too long. And they need paint. I did find out, though we can work on them on YouTube, I just don't get monetized. So if we did a video with any of them, would not be able to monetize them. Which makes me sad as an artist, but whatever. It's their site. They make the rules. Apparently advertisers don't like thick. Alright, I'm just going through all of our leathers, doing a quick highlight. Again, these are just going to be tabletops. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time, but I do need a little bit of contrast on them. Moderation is funny. I got chat restricted on League because I said cancer last night. Oh gosh. Advertise doing like, wait, saving lives, because we know that's what the thick thighs do. Oh, they don't like saving lives. There we go. I got it now. That's right. Yeah, they're a little finicky about stuff like that. So, unfortunately, I think it'll still be silly buddy bikinis and things. But I did do the research. I doubt there's anything in those pinup cards that isn't one of I'm sorry. On one of the thirst. I mean, pools and hot tub streams right now. Well, they also don't get advertising dollars, so. It's all how it's set up. They also don't get them. Unless an advertiser chooses to be. Basically, it comes down to advertisers and credit card companies don't want to deal with it, and it makes it difficult for everyone else. Those make Twitch more money than minis. Yeah. Well, those streamers rely on subs and donations more than anything. So it's not advertising money's drop in a bucket. Did you buy all the pinups of Death boxes? Yes. So mine were part of, I did the late backing for Kingdom Death. And that was part of it. So I got it all as part of the backing. But yes, I have all of the boxes. They don't need to add money because the streams are the ads. Exactly. They also lead to other things. They lead to other sites that are not Twitch. So that is not how they're making their money. They also rely on pre-recorded videos. Yes, exactly. Spider Kills looks creepy too. Yes, it is. That one's pretty creepy. I probably will not bring that one on stream just because of how prevalent arachnophobia is. I may do YouTube for it, just so we can like work on it, but probably will not be on stream. Because then I can put warnings and stuff on it for YouTube. It's not pleasant to just wander into I understand. I have it with roaches, so I get it. There's a lot of creepy bosses in there. You were asking about bosses. Basically, if you look at those expansions, those are all boss monsters. So if it's in an expansion, there will be a boss monster in there. Some of them have additional things you can add to the game, like systems and things, but they'll also have a boss in it. Cake says, thank you. Yeah. That's not something I want to wander into one day. So I will have that on YouTube probably and tags on it. Hey Nasclef, welcome in. Do you find it difficult to paint the body of a model that's holding a gun in front of it? Yes, I will say for commissions, I will still try to paint behind it. For my dudes, I don't care. You will see with these guys, I'm not trying to get back there very hard. It's not worth the time for me. Commissions I will try to. I will paint as much as I can get to with the gun there. My dudes, no. You always paint those sub-assembly. If you want to take the time, absolutely. That is an option. I don't care. So, that's my answer. Again, when you're batch painting, if you want an army finished, decide what you're okay doing. For me, things like that, I don't care. I will put that time into a character or something I actually want to work on. Been toying with the idea of assembly then painting. I don't know how it'll turn out. I think the only thing is you do want to make sure that they will align if you put them on later. And that's why I tend to just go ahead and build them, so that the arms line up. If you feel like futzing with all that later, or gluing it and then removing the actual gun itself, so not actually gluing the gun bit, you can do that. I just think it's a hassle. I don't think it's worth the time. But it'll be up to you. I would be more likely to do it for a character than just a regular trooper dude. Some people love it though. If you're one of those, knock yourself out. Do it up. I'm just not one of them. I think at a point for me too, it becomes how many just different pieces you have laying around your hobby room. I don't want 10 to 20 arms just laying there. I'd rather just have the guys all together and work on them from there. Mods, who wants to bonk? Oh my goodness, do I get to? Ah, Exalted's too fast. Thank you. Alex, welcome in. How are you? They are Emperor's Children, yes. So I've got 10 Legionaries, and I've got 2 Hellbrutes. So this is part of the Chaos Space Marine Combat Patrol, is one of the Hellbrutes. I had an extra one laying around. So we've got these. We've got some Havocs also coming. And then the Dark Apostle and his disciples also coming. But welcome on in. Is there anything you're working on? Make Exalted work for that role. You also have a sword. I'm learning a lot here. Learning a lot about my mods. That was a quick bonk. Exalted. On it. On it. It is also a hammer. That's right. They might as well just change the icon. We all just say banhammer. Just make it a hammer. We're just giving Exalted every tool we can come up with. Hammer, sword. He's got a wrench on YouTube. He is the multi-tool. I like the purple, thank you. This is my second attempt at some Emperor's Children. The first one I did a little bit too much magenta, and I hated it. So I decided to strip the other group that I've got. And we're going to go with this darker purple, and I'm a lot happier with it. So it is violet and royal purple from Vallejo. We are going to do the white pauldrons, but I'm going to airbrush those later. I just decided too late, so I need to go back and get them. Hey, Fight Master, thank you. I appreciate that. How are you today? Anything you're working on? But yeah, in case you need it. Violet and royal purple. You don't need to sub-assemble infantry. Nikki does just fine painting the chest behind the guns. Yeah, I will. Like I said, commissions I try harder. I'll get everything I can. And obviously everything that'll be seen at the table. But I don't think it's worth it. I think... I used to be such like a perfectionist with some things, and I still am with like display pieces, but there's one thing I can pass on. It's for an army. Get them done. Get them done. It's worth it. Immersion. That's right. Immersion. I don't have any miniatures yet. I'm just starting to get into Warhammer. I'm not sure if I prefer fantasy or 40k. There is a lot with both, so I understand. Well, if you have any questions, if there's anything we can help with, let us know. For 40k, I've got a few armies myself. So I started with Space Wolves, but I've also got Tyranids, Eldar, now Emperor's Children. Sigmar side, I've got Skaven, Slaanesh, and Seraphon now. And then what I don't have, Chat has. So let us know if there's anything we can do to help. Happy to answer anything we can. Do you have Lucius too? I picked up the Forge World one. So actually wasted mine in chat. Pick this up. I'm going to like basically sub him in, proxy him in. Because the 40k version is rough. I think we'll probably get a new one. But until then, I'm going to rock this one because he looks really cool. So picked him up. I also have Saul Tarvitz, which I will probably proxy in as a, I don't know, a sergeant or something to bring him over to 40k. I'm basically taking all the 30k things and bringing them to 40k. Hey, Tomska, welcome in. We're painting Emperor's Children. How are you? Welcome on in. You're painting troops, you have to take some shortcuts. You can always come back if your OCD insists. Yeah. I don't know. I think especially with the challenge, maybe I'm just super harping on it. But, like, if you want to get the challenge done, I'm begging you to just do the paint. It doesn't have to be perfect. There's a lot of power in getting something completed versus perfect. If that makes sense, is what I'm trying to say here. Hey, Argilla, welcome in. How are you? You don't need to tell people I bought Chaos, but it's purple Chaos. He'll be getting a new one for sure. New Fulcrum 2 with the book in 2028, right? When he does, then we'll swap him out. But until then, I have a Lucius that I actually want to work on. Looks so much better than the 40k version. Yeah, 40k one is showing his age. The model needs an update pretty badly. So I guess the only thing I'm kind of missing 40k wise would be Fabius Bile. But that can wait. I've already painted 2 of them. I don't mind waiting on him. Get her done. Yes. Yes. That's what I want to hammer home here for this challenge. If you have a month and you have 50 miniatures, not the time to pick on every little thing. Messy Desk Minis, thank you so much for that raid. Welcome everybody coming in. We're working on Emperor's Children. So here's some of what I've got. I've got a bunch of Legionaries at the moment, and then some Hellbrutes. And we are kind of starting our army with this. How was your stream? What were you up to today? Looks like we had some more Warhammer. What we got? I think that's since I already messed up on the assembly of my combat patrols as Nasclav. I'm going to do some experimenting and fully assembled before painting. You got this. You got this. And then you can see what you like, going forward. Cakes is not in the hobby. Completely agree in the realm of really anything. Just start something and you'll feel better. Absolutely, Cake. There's a lot of power in finishing something and knowing you can finish something. Fulgrim, hello. How are you? Fight Master says, I'm currently reading Gotrix and Felix. I also bought Horus Rising to get into 40k universe as well. You have a lot of good reading ahead of you. I hope you enjoy them. Messiness says, taking a break from some horrible yellow marines to see something with actual detail. What did you have? Tell us more. Chat, if you want to see some, looks like yellow marines, Imperial Fists. Check out that stream. Thank you for the raid. I really appreciate it. It's tough when you're in the middle of a project and that's all you see. Been there. Been there. Okay, thank you. I had to peek in on this. Fulgrim, you're witnessing the start of my Emperor's Children army. I keep picking up Emperor's Children to paint because I like the chapter. And now it's finally time to like start an actual army. Chat convinced me when we were talking about starting combat patrols. So it's time. We're diving in. We're diving in. See, chat, I get to tell Fulgrim himself that we're starting Emperor's Children. How great is that? Wait, Twitch trying to get people back to Forspoken by giving out nail art? For, like, the character? That's weird. It must have been Lamenters, because Imperial Fists are not horrible. Again, commissioned me paint the Illo Firstborn, a little company of silver skulls divided into 3 tiers of Marines. I wish you well. That is, yep. Yep. I wish you well. Yellow, red, and green. I've painted maybe 200 Marines this year already. I feel that. It's, commission work is not for the, you need a strong heart for commission work. I also do commissions full time, and I understand this. I had a wave of Imperial Fists earlier. We have more coming. I do like the army, though. It's fun. And I've also been knocking out some salamanders, so I understand these feels. Understand. Nail art is one of the equipments. Oh, okay. Well, maybe it just does something that I don't know. I'm thinking like a D&D tattoo or something. Maybe there actually is stuff that does. I've never played Forspoken, so I don't know. Much more cries. I feel your pain. You're among friends here. I feel your pain. Just don't be like me. I had how many points did it end up being? I think it was 18,000 that it ended up being. Points of Black Legion. So all the gold trim you can imagine. And then I decided to start my own Chaos Army. So, don't be an idiot like me. I just finished 18 Possessed for that army. Yeah, I didn't get enough gold, apparently. It's a sweet army. I'm glad we did it. I don't know why I picked more gold trim for myself, other than I don't have a Chaos Army, and I've kind of got everything else. As far as, like, having a Space Marine army. I've got Xenos now. I clearly needed Chaos. And, we're here. Now we're here. How do you choose where to begin with miniatures? I see they have starter sets. Are they good, or is there something out there better? So for Warhammer specifically, because that's what you're kind of looking at, the starter sets are good. You tend to get a unit for free when they're bundled in together like that. So if you know you want to start a force, maybe a combat patrol, or like a small league size army, those are great for that, because you do get a little bit of a savings with it. If you decide you just want to paint, if that's more of the appeal to you, then picking up some characters to try it out on can be good, because it's less miniatures, it's less money. But yeah, if you know you want to get in with a force, having those starter boxes are great. So there's the combat patrols are the new things for 40k. On the Sigmar side, they're called Vanguard boxes. Occasionally they will have larger army boxes. They tend to be when an army gets a refresh, so it's more miniatures than like the combat patrol would be. Both systems have starter boxes that come out at the beginning of an edition. So for Sigmar, that would be Dominion box. For 40k, the Leviathan box just came out. So depending on the release cycle and when things are coming out with editions, you can get some good savings with those. If there are any you're looking at, let us know and we can kind of look at them with you if you want. Depending on when you hop in, if you decide to hop in like later this year, let's say like you want to read books until you're ready to get miniatures, they tend to do larger boxes around Christmas as well. So that would be kind of the next opportunity to get a large box like that. But if you have any questions, let us know. And then, yeah, if you're looking for a place to get stuff, local store, obviously, Games Workshop. A local store will tend to have a discounted rate, depending on your area. And obviously, a good place to play and support. But yeah, the next opportunity for a larger box like that would be probably Christmas. Their holiday boxes. The value of the combat patrols is very good, IMO. I handle the Warhammer side of the local game store where I work, seeing the cost of individual items versus the box is wild. Yes. If you know you want a force, I would probably recommend one of those boxes. It's a good place to start. You get a good selection of stuff, so you usually get like your basic troop guys. You get a character or two, and then they tend to have something a little bit larger. So for like my box, it's the Help Route. Some others have different vehicles, different dreadnoughts. Welcome back, Reaper. How was the dog park? Are we all worn out now? Trying to think if there's anything else I'd add to starter box talk. No, I think that's kind of it. But if there's any specific you're looking at, let us know. I don't discuss my setup for my stream. Sorry, I've had too many bad experiences. Lots of doggos. It was a big county park. Much good for the pupper. Good. Good. Glad to hear it. We have they are building a new dog park kind of near us. And I'm excited to see how Sadie does with it. Because she so badly wanted to be friends with Molly, who was just not having it. So having dogs that actually want to be friends be really great for her. Yeah, you can do that. Alright. Got guns. Losing steam. Okay. Half an hour. I can make it half an hour. Half an hour, and then I get to do some color matching on some Seraphon. Hello, Sadie baby. She has 2 modes, snooze and chaos. That's pretty accurate, yeah. The new routine I've been doing with her is in the morning. She has a lightweight plastic ball that she can push herself. We go out in the backyard, and I let her just go nuts. And we do that in the morning, and then usually around lunch. The evening, she has more energy than I know what to do with. Like, we'll play, and then like an hour later, she'll want to play again. And I'm trying to figure that out. Because I can't just keep getting up every hour to play. It's a lot. Lots of people ask about setup because they think it's AI or pre-recording go crazy. No, it's just, this is a setup I've been working on for how many years? And there are other channels and things that already do that. So. At the risk of sounding like a bitch, do your homework. And don't let them know Nikki isn't real. That's right. Not real. Birds aren't real. Nothing's real. Nothing's real, chat. Which might help with the existential problem of painting your army. So it's not real either. Pro hobby tips. Your army isn't real. None of this matters, that's right. We've delved into this side of the hobby chat. I remember one guy like 4 months ago who went off on a tirade and got banned because he wouldn't take no. Yeah. People are weird. People are weird. I don't know, there's this weird... I'm gonna speak as a content creator. There are people that just seem entitled, that seem to think they're entitled to your time. Like, I have someone on TikTok who just keeps asking me for tutorials. And I'm like, I do that on Twitch 4 days a week. Yeah, if you want some of my time, come to where I'm at. And he still doesn't get it. It's just like, bro. Bro. Come on now. Just because you don't like the answer doesn't mean that's not the answer. No, you're all good. It's just, yeah. It's all good. But there are lots of channels that have that info. And they do honestly, a much better job than explaining than I do. I have just found what works for me. And I have taken a lot of time to do just that, so. I would encourage to take that same time. Do what will work for you. Because what works for me may not work for you. That's interesting. For Robin especially, he'll get these bursts of energy in the evening. But I've learned it's really that he wants to play or attention, even though he comes out that way. He wants extra food or treats. He's wondering why I'm not in bed yet. Pets are weird. They're just checking on you. Yeah. For whatever reason, when you're explaining what models you had, something clicked to me, and I think I understand. Oh, the different legions better now? I'm glad. I'm glad something, You guys don't know all about Nikki's setup? That's true. The ones that give me all your trade secrets before I even say hi to you. Those are the ones that I will be super rude to. Those are the ones that I pounce on. Those are the ones that are, I'll say it, that are never going to make it as streamers, if that's how you're approaching it. You're not going to make it, friend. The only thing I wonder about is how the overhead camera is mounted. Seems like one of those things where a streamer ends up with something jury-rigged or something they spend couple $100 dues on. It's nothing fancy. I can say that. I can tell you later, Bill, but no, it's nothing. Nothing scary and nothing precariously perched on my desk. Would you give me all your trade secrets? I promise I won't remember them. I'll let chat in on a secret. My chair is made of crushed and melted remains of the 90s GW metal Thunderhawks. That's right. That's right. And when we get plastic ones, I'll make another chair. My throne of Thunderhawks. It's true. It's true. Good, I don't want to see you get brained by a camera. But Bill, think of the content. Think of the content. We're just here trying to get viral. They get knocked out by our cameras. As a tier 3 subscriber, 40 months, even I don't know the secrets. Ignorance is bliss, though. Yeah, you don't need to. That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. But yeah, if anyone ever wonders, like, hey, why does Nikki get this way when people ask? That's why. Because I've put a shitload of time into my setup, and people should be doing the same. I'm not Google, is what it boils down to. I'm not Google. Alright. I feel like it's highlighting time, and I just don't want to. They finally have the master of executions in stock. Nice. Why does Nikki bully us in chat? Because she can't bully those who don't come here. That's it. The actual answer is I'm just a big bully. Yep. Yep. Content. All right. We'll let you like as a treat. Just for a little bit, though. Then I'm gonna get some lunch and color match some lizards. And work out, because I was bad and I didn't work out yesterday. Gotta duck out and do some writings. That was good, Nasclef. Thanks so much for coming by. We'll see you later. The star on your sub badge, actually a marker for bully extra hard. That's right. I don't actually remember any of you. I'm just looking for the star. And then I... just kidding. As soon as you hit star level, that's when I start to bully. Gross says, I'm waiting for a model to come in stock again. The Fortrell 1000 Suns. Oh, Termi Praetor refuses to come in stock. I remember that from when I was looking up, quote, stuff. I did see he was out. All those Praetors are so cool. I have the Emperor's Children one on my wish list as well. All the heresy stuff's so cool. My Madness says, Nikki wakes up every morning, thinks about Scott disintegrating her cleric, takes it out on chat. That's right. You're paying for the extra attention. Yeah, some people love that. Messy Death says, Emperor's Children look great. Have a good one. Thanks so much again for the raid. Chat, again, if you want to check out that big project, go give a follow. Go check out that stream. Have a good one. We'll see you later. Bye-bye as for now. Delta says, we're all just lurkers talking to our favorite AI painter. Yes. We could do the NPC streams. Have you guys seen that? Cash in on that. Will must have a huge star. Will is just a big star, yep. Just a giant star walking into my chat. I should get to the store. I'm getting hungry and have little here in the house. Yeah. Do it up. Get you some yummy food. We'll see you later if you're headed out, Jezzy. I don't think I'm too far behind you. I want to get a little bit more highlights done. And then... that's probably it for me. AI Nikki is worn out. AI Nikki stayed up too late watching fighting games. Will AI Nikki learn from this? No. I'll probably be up too late playing Baldur's Gate tonight, so. It might be a low-key week this week. Corner store sushi and warm Gatorade. Ew. That's what you're picking up for lunch, Scott? What flavor Gatorade? Wait, why is Nikki? Because we were trolling a little bit. So I gotta get dressed, clear the table counter from Hall review last night. Gotcha, okay. Well, when you go, I hope you get yummy food. Satanic Jesus, welcome back in. How are ya? I can taste the food poisoning from here. How are you today? Welcome in. What's for lunch? That's a good question. It'll probably be with my diet. I've been doing the little packs of tuna with some crackers. And then probably the cottage cheese we were talking about because I'm hooked on it at the moment. But yeah, I try to pick something easy and full of protein because then I work out in the afternoon too. Disinteresting fact, warm Gatorade is more bioavailable than cold Gatorade. I think that makes sense. Because isn't like warm water easier to, get like the shock from the cold? I feel like kind of in that same bucket. Jesse got 20 new board games. Heck, I have a problem. You're gonna need some game nights ASAP. Get through those games. The packets are nice. They're so easy. I love them. So I have that, and I also picked up, they had like a variety pack of the baked chips, which has been really good because then I don't eat too many chips. I just have my little pack, and then I'm good. Some of the flavors are good for a salad. I've done spicy something tuna, a lettuce mix, spicy corn relish as a dressing. That sounds really good. Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be... Nope, I don't need to highlight that. Keep trying to highlight the pauldrons that we're gonna airbrush. I don't need to do that. I thought you were talking Gatorade. Yeah, all the Gatorade, really nice on a salad. Avoid your cursed conversation. You can still have a side of a warm Gatorade if you want. Who are we to tell you no? Still trying to find the... Wait, Camel Up off-season expansion? What is Camel Up? I need to know. I bring deep dives into chat psyche with my off-key questions. It's always fun to see how chat will respond. Just a little psych experiment here in chat. A YouTuber I watched made Gatorade pasta. He did a whole series on Reddit's worst recipes in food. Oh my gosh. That does sound up there. So wait, like actually making the dough with Gatorade? Is that the, was that the attempt here? I feel like that's a lot of effort for a Reddit recipe. But who knows? I would say the other thing would be boiling it in Gatorade, and that seems to be, yep, that's the answer. Oh god. Well. Let's see. Camel Up Off Season's a game where you're stacking goods on your camels, but don't overstack or they'll collapse and you lose your goods. The regular Camel Up is a camel racing board game. Both of them are very fun. That does sound fun. I kind of hate the idea of overloading a camel, but... Well, there you go, chat. Board game recommendation. Oh, and there's a link if anyone wants it. Makes me think of the person that tried making coffee using pasta water. Ugh. What the hell? I've never been that desperate for coffee in my life. I'm trying to pronounce that in my head, blonde cow. Linguinerate. Herf. Riot has the appropriate response. Herf. Oh my gosh. That's disgusting. I still always go back to the... Is that the NyQuil chicken? People were cooking chicken in NyQuil? Like, what the hell? What is wrong with people? They were trying to be more eco-friendly and use less water. With Gatorade? Okay. It's got electrolytes. Oh, the pasta water, I see. That's so... Why? Like, why? Yeah, do not do the NyQuil thing. Even NyQuil was like, no. What are you doing? I always feel bad for those companies that are like, please don't do this. Yeah, it's the medicine. The, if you have like a cold or something, it'll knock you the F out. Don't cook your chicken in it. Oh, Pizzendio says, I was backpacking in the desert when I was younger. It was pretty common for us to reuse the pasta water for hot drinks after dinner, because water was a premium. I think I would just pass. I was like trying to imagine making like tea with pasta water. I think I'm just gonna pass. It's because it's got all the like the starchiness is what I'm worried about. It's not necessarily the taste, but like it's got that starchy in it. Blue Gatorade rice. Hey, Fracta, welcome in. How are you? That sounds like a way of ending up in the hospital. I think people did. I think, yes, that's the ones. My biggest coffee hacks are a pinch of salt and a small bit of butter, but I rarely use them. So maybe pasta water is not so far off. If you're using salt and butter, maybe you're just good. So the kids are eating Tide Pods, yeah. She got a forbidden chocolate found in the bottom of the car engine. 1 month, into a trip. Even small things like hot tea are wonderful. Okay, you're doing much longer trips than I was thinking then. That's a long time, yeah. Okay, yeah. If you're without water for that long, that makes more sense. But yeah, I'd be worried about the starchiness in the water. It was grossing me out than anything. I doubt any influencer cooking recipe I see on socials. Well, when you're starting with NyQuil, yeah, that's usually a good sign to tap back out. Keep on scrolling. Some days I hate America. Other days I'm happy I never had to struggle so hard I made pasta tea. Nikki's disappointment in chat. Plus. This is why I'm an AI, yeah. You drove off actual Nikki long ago. I'm just AI. Alright, next. I did watch the Evo finals. Did you do too? I watched, basically when we raided over yesterday, I watched the rest of the day. It was a lot of fun. What did we think? That's a good question. When we did raid over, who did stay and watch some Evo? Or did you all bail? Oh, if you guys want to see Jezzy's Gen Con haul, sounds like that's in the old Discord now. There's a good YouTube channel called Chubby Emu. The guy is a doctor and he talks about what happens specifically in the body when you say, cook chicken and NyQuil and eat it and then die. Spoilers, Reaper. Spoilers. That does sound interesting, though. I like the, this sounds so dorky. I really love learning how, like, different medicines work, like, what it interacts with, and, like, why it works the way that it does. So I would probably enjoy that. Organic Stupid, welcome in. How are you? I went to bed after. I wish I'd stayed up, though. Yep, I saw Marvel vs. Capcom was back. I'll be honest, it's not the game I'm, like, super interested in. Just because I never played it, and I know it was very hype, and people were excited for it. I watched a bit of it. But yeah, I stayed up. It was past midnight for me when Street Fighter wrapped up. Real Nikki's hanging out with real Eminem and real Avril Lavigne, and those people from the Titanic submarine who died. Yep. I'm just out here chilling. You guys think I'm still painting miniatures. Joke's on you. I don't know who painted your Imperial Fist, Live Madness, but I'm glad they got done. The game refuses to die. I am glad those that were excited for it got to see it. It's not my jam, but cool to see it there. See, I'm glad Slam got to watch Marvel vs. Capcom. I'm glad Slam got it. Time to eat lunch. Have a great day, everyone. Sounds good, Bizentios. Enjoy lunch. We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye for now. Knowing that a very good player can do crazy combos. Cool. Seen a pro player do an insane 100-0. Fear. We have scared. Nikki K scared. Unless that's not the expression you mean. Yeah, that one. Is it actually Slam's birthday today, or is he now 800 years old? Both. Yes. The answer is yes. Oh, I'm blind. No, you're good. It's not used as much as the others. I would say if we did more video gaming on stream, we'd have more scared. We just don't use it as much. Oh, hi, and now bye. Back to lurk, says Slam. He has to go celebrate his birthday. Matt Scythe, welcome in. How are you? August. Yeah, put that on the calendar. Absolutely. Avian's here vibing. Just vibing. Matt Scythe, how was your weekend? We are working on Emperor's Children. Trying to get some edge highlighting done before I disappear for some lunch. I am hungry. My protein shake has worn off and I'm hungry. Hopefully we can have the lizards on tomorrow. If I still can't quite get it where I want it on stream, it'll probably be these boys again, just because of the challenge. But I'd like to have some lizards on this week. We do have YouTube stream, and I'm not sure what I want to bring on for that. Questions you don't ask in chat. Nikki's setup. What software? Nikki.ai is on. And how old is Slam? Also, when will your thumbs be returned? Never. See, you don't need to ask that last one. You've already got it. That's all set. Mansai says, yesterday and all of today are going to be dedicated to studying. Uh-oh. I hope everything goes well. Hope you get all the time you need to study up. That sounds pretty intense, Mansai. You got this. Slam is 800 years old. Tomorrow, 801. Yep. There, got that question answered too. I'm glad. I'm glad. I guess while we're talking questions, does anyone have any hobby questions? This might be a good time before we wrap up for the day. I know we've had, feels like a lot of people picking armies today, which is cool. Seems to be the theme for today. I'm surprised she was able to get them from Slam. He's been using them to become doctor, yep. Your thumbs are much appreciated, Panda. Why hobby? Good question. I return to existential dread. I mean, if I didn't, I could play those video games. So that is actually a pretty good question. Dr. Slam, the Time Lord, yes. Yep. That's why he gets so weird when you talk about Doctor Who. It's because he's the Doctor. It all makes sense. It all makes sense. Is placing a dab of paint on a model where it joins to another piece help to indicate where I should place the magnet? You could, yeah. That'd be a good place for where to drill. Just make sure that you get them all aligned. I would check it a few times before you actually start the drilling to make sure you got it in the position that you need it to be in. But yeah, that would work. They just blow your mind, Panda. It took a bit, but we've pieced it together. 800 years old. We got there. He can't hide from us forever. Alright, chat. I feel like this is a good spot. I don't want to do anymore. I'm good. At least until, I think once I get the pauldrons to the white like I want, then I will probably get my kind of second wind on these boys. But for now, this is where we're at. Here are my legionaries. Here are my helpers. I did get the, we're going to do the hammer panda and my plasma. So that's where my combat patrol is so far. The rest are purple. So that's my update. Walk the dogs, drop mini butts at a friend's. Retrieved her because she decided to be a pain and you're still on. Oh no, I hope mini butts is okay. The colors are pretty and the gold is excellent. Thank you, Cake. Thank you. 2, yes. There was 1 in the box and I apparently already had 1 Mad Scythe. I guess from when I picked up Thousand Suns forever ago. So now it's purple. How much paint do you put in your airbrush when doing base coats? How many minis does that cover? So I never go over like half of the cup. And that is between my paint and the thinner. How many does that cover? Will depend on the miniature. But that gets through that'll get through a bit more than a handful of minis. Especially if you're doing base coats, because you're going to need to, while you're moving the mini all over the place to get on all the nooks and crannies, your base coat's going to take more than your layers and things, because you're trying to get the entire mini, if that makes sense. Where your layers, you're going to probably be hitting from the top. You're not going to use as much paint. Sorry. Hello, anxiety. How are you? Welcome in. That was funny to me as someone who suffers from anxiety. How are you? I feel bad. We're about to wrap up for the day. I need to go get some lunch. But we were working on some Emperor's Children. Welcome on in. Here's kind of where we've ended for now. Before we get to some more layers and highlights. Not today, anxiety. Doing good. Just got some models. Ooh, demons. Which flavor of demons do we have here before we wrap up? I am curious. I wasn't sure if I overused my paint or not. For my 20 berserkers, I filled up the cup maybe 3 to 4 times. I would say that's probably about right for your base coat. Yeah. I just don't go any more than that because you don't want, if it backs up into the cup, you're going to have splatter everywhere. So try not to go above that. But yeah, that sounds about right for base coats. She's fine, just wound up like I am, I guess. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I gotcha. Ooh, Zinch. Magical birds. Zinch have all kinds of fun colors and things to work on. That will be a fun project. But yeah, sorry, I've got to wrap up for now. But we will be back tomorrow. So tomorrow we will have either Seraphon, if I can get all the color matching done, and all the airbrushing. Or we'll just come back to these guys. So we've got 2 projects kind of on deck that we can swap to, which is nice. So we'll be back tomorrow with some more Warhammer. Here are all the fun things. If you want to follow for updates and other things I'm working on, there are my socials. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. We also have our Discord, which is where it's kind of our home away from home. That's where we're chatting in between streams, sharing hobby updates, all that good stuff. So that is there. And then YouTube. I have revamped my YouTube. We will be doing some more shorter form videos over there here very soon. I just need to find a day that I can sit down and do some recording. But we've also been doing our Wednesday streams over on YouTube, so if you want to join us there for even more hobby stuff, we are there. Hang tight. I'm going to look for someone to raid. Thank you so much for all the love, all the support. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.